Welcome to the 26th episode of The Backlog Boat. As always, I am your captain, Roberto Gonzalez. To my left, we have the navigator.
What's up?
And to my right, we have the doctor.
Hello.
All right. It's been a couple months again. Took us a while. It's been a busy couple of months for everyone. But what have you been up to? Any of you?
I did a bunch of shit, but what have you done, Stephanie?
I feel like I haven't done too much. So yeah, I was like, I'll let you both take it away.
I mean, we went to, not doxing ourselves, we hung out in a big city.
That's true.
What, you
I
two did?
always forget.
And what do you mean a big city?
Well, I
You know
mean, like,
where we went.
yeah. I'm not, like, are we doxing Jake?
Okay, that's not a big city. Y'all are
Well,
just fucking
comparatively,
bumpkins who have nothing to do and go nowhere.
Okay, I'm sorry. What would you consider a big city, Jake?
Literally anything else.
Literally the second biggest city in our state, but that's fine.
It doesn't. It's 3. It doesn't even count.
What do you mean it's 3?
3 cities.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
so let's go to Spokane.
Yeah, fuck it. I guess I could have just said we went to Spokane.
Okay.
There you go.
it's true. I was trying to remember if this was after our last podcast or
It was. It's been a while. All right.
yeah.
I know
that's-
I just dropped it, but
Yeah, we went to Spokane. It was like really fun. We went to a cat cafe, which was also nice. A little interesting. That was really cool.
I would feel like a cat cafe would smell like shit.
Oh, I'll say
Well-
this.
Not like literal shit, but like having one cat leaves a smell stack. And then the more cats you have, the worse that stack gets.
I'll say this. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think there are different types of cat cafes, but like this one, well, the one that's in Spokane, there's like an enclosure. So like everything is glass, so you can still see them when you're having like your coffee or if you're eating. But like there's a closed door. So like the cats are separate from I guess like the eating and drinking area.
So they quarantine the smell. They quarantine the cat smell.
It actually looked really nice in there though. I guess we didn't go inside, but yeah, we couldn't like smell anything. At least I couldn't. I don't know.
no, it was good. And also I think they do a good job of like keeping that place clean, like in the cat enclosure area.
Yeah, and I think, well, I might be wrong, but wasn't there only like 3 or 4 cats too? Like there wasn't like 10 or 12 cats, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because it's I don't know if all cat cafes work like this. Because this is the only cat cafe I've been to, but they like you adopt cats there. So like maybe they don't have that much because they keep getting because it was like a huge number because they had a number on the wall and pictures of all the cats that have been adopted through there, and it was like a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was like 50,000 or something like
Yeah,
that. Like it was
a crazy
ridiculous.
number.
That seems unreasonably high.
That's what we
I don't know if it was like
thinking.
50,000. It might have been like 5,000.
500
was
seems like
it?
doable. 50,000 seems fucking crazy. I don't even know if there's 50,000 cats in the fucking city, bro.
Okay, so
It's a lot.
maybe it was not 5,000 though, because it was more than that. Because it was like, what the heck? Like what is happening? I need to look this up now.
I remember
look up their
thinking it was a
socials.
big number. It was a big number. But I'm saying maybe that's why they don't have that much cats there because they keep getting adopted. And they are like kittens. Like I didn't see any like big cats.
Well, yeah, because who would want an old crusty cat?
I mean,
Who wants a used cat?
I don't know. It was our first stop, and Stephanie already wanted to take a cat home, and I was like, "Girl, your one
Do
cat
it.
is already
Just go
handled."
ahead.
Rima, she needs
What
a
if
friend.
your homeboy needs a friend?
Exactly. Just
See, I'm glad that my cat is such a fucking prick and hates other cats that like that. That's a thought I cannot have. Because you just fucking eat the other cat.
Why would you have another cat if your cat wasn't dick? I guess.
In a moment of weakness, maybe, but now I don't have to worry about it. Dude, he's such a fucking dickhead. Like, he does not like other animals at all.
Wait, so has like Flapjack been with like other cats or with your sister's cat?
No, I used to like room with a friend in his house, and he had 2 cats. And Flapjack would beat the fuck out of those cats on a regular basis. One more than the other, because one of them would fight back. But like, I remember, I think I've already told the story. Like, one of them was just like laying next to me while I was on the couch watching TV, and it like cuddled up and was just like falling asleep or whatever. I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then I hear like thumping from like across the house, and then my fucking cat gets a running sprint start, jumps up, bitch slaps that cat awake, and then instantly fucking disappears so I could do another hit and run attack. And then the cat just had to go hide somewhere.
Nice.
As they should.
There was like he was babysitting like his parents' dog one day too, and they have like an old ass like 15-year-old Shih Tzu. And I was like in my bed on my phone doing nothing, and then the dog is just like, "What up? That looks nice," and jumped up on my bed and was in between my legs, and I was like, "That's fine." And then like Flapjack got fucking mad. Like he was trying to scratch the dog's eyes out, and I was like, "Fuck me, you're a dick." Like the dog was already blind, but I'm like, so he didn't understand the fucking danger he was in. But I was like, oh, I have to keep you 2 separate now. This is the thing I have to worry about.
He was just double checking, just to be sure.
Bro, he does not fuck with other animals. Full on prison cat.
So no other friend cats. Got it. Single cat household.
Correct.
And one other thing, we did go to Trader Joe's. Robert is now aware of the power of Trader Joe's.
He didn't know how good he had it.
I didn't
I
what?
miss Trader Joe's every day, bro.
It's true. But Robert has some weird animosity towards Trader Joe's and how like terrible it is, and it's like the worst thing ever.
I don't have an animosity towards them.
All right, well, let's kick off the podcast. I started a podcast about Trader Joe's. What's your favorite item?
Ooh,
I just said I don't think it's good enough to fucking want to drive 3 hours to go get to it.
You eat meat and you eat cheap meat, so fuck you.
I don't eat cheap meat.
Sounds mighty privileged of you.
Okay, Trader Joe's I don't think is for people that want to eat cheap meat or cheap food.
Whoa.
No, what? Trader Joe's is like the most affordable fucking spot. What do you mean?
Literally.
Trader Joe's is cheaper on average than fucking Walmart and Target.
That's
affordable.
When's the last time you were at a fucking grocery store? Yeah, like if you want to buy non-groceries, like shampoo, like supplements, yeah, those are expensive because they're like fucking for the yuppies and the fucking hippies, and they're like organic and locally sourced and shit. But just like normal groceries, that shit is dirt cheap. Their produce is like high quality and affordable. It's fucking crazy.
Well, we didn't go there for produce.
Frozen meals cheaper than Walmart on average. And better tasting.
Very true. Very true. I was going to say, so there's like this trend on TikTok, and it's not just on TikTok, I guess, like even Instagram, Facebook, of people doing challenges of like making a whole family meal, like a family meal for 4 at Trader Joe's and only spending $20. Like that's kind of impressive. I was like, wow. And sometimes even people spend less.
Yeah, especially considering the fucking grocery store right next to fucking Robert's place. I don't get it. That shit is so fucking expensive.
That is
yeah, I don't go there. I just go to Safeway or Walmart when I can.
Spends $20 in gas to go grocery shopping.
Safeway is not that far.
Whatever, man. I mean, really I guess he just doesn't get it.
Look, and I'm not. I don't have an animosity towards it. I just don't like. If I go there, I'm going there for like the very specific things that are only there, which usually aren't cheap.
What, you saying you wouldn't buy fruit or vegetables there?
I don't have one here, so like no.
You wouldn't fucking.
It's a place that I go that's really far.
Plus, it's all specialty. What do you mean? Trader Joe's fucking sources local shit and then
no. I'm saying like we went and we got stuff like cauliflower fried rice, fried cauliflower type deal.
Okay,
I got, I got, I
cauliflower
got.
rice at Walmart.
Yes, but this was like a fried rice, and it was like a Mexican cauliflower fried rice. That's
Which is
something.
only 50 calories per serving. And it was actually like really good. I don't know if you've ate yours yet, but loved it. It actually was amazing.
I have not, but like,
I mean, I got a fucking microwavable like bimbop, and like that shit was so gas. It's kind of crazy.
that's what I'm
Like I did
saying. I'm
not
going
expect
for
it to be
those
fucking good.
products.
I
I'm
mean, yeah,
not
the frozen
going.
section's good, but like the produce is also like really good. Their shit's always in season. It's cheap. Try getting
Yeah.
a fucking pomegranate at Walmart or fucking
Okay.
Target
I'm
or
not.
Safeway.
I'm not
Fuck you.
saying that's not cool. I'm saying like when I live next to one, yes, perfect for that. But
Want a
now
fucking
it's 3 hours
watermelon? You're
to get
paying
to one.
$12 at Walmart. You want a
I'm
fucking
not gonna
watermelon at Trader
drive
Joe's?
3 hours
$4.
to
Yeah,
get
I'm not
fucking
either. But
produce.
what I'm saying is, if I had one around here, I would be default grocery shopping there, easy, 100% of the time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's not the situation I'm in. So that's why I was like, I don't think it's worth driving all that to do that. If I'm already there, then yeah, we'll go.
I know, I'd almost drive over there, bro. Their shit is so good.
Yeah, I was like, I do. I'm not saying I do this like every month, but every like few months I will go. And they do have like different drops that happen like with their bags, and their bags are just amazing. So many compliments that I receive at the grocery store is like crazy. And they do
Robert,
keep your stuff like cool. So,
I'm old. I'm 29 now. I'm fucking crusty. These are the things I value. A grocery store that can fucking sell you good vegetarian meals on the cheap.
I mean, I went over there and I got good vegetarian meals.
What the fucking problem is, bro?
There was no problem. I
The
said I don't
sky's
have any
blue and you're
animosity
bitching
towards
about
it.
it. Sorry.
I
Sorry it's beautiful. Sorry this world has a fucking ounce of gorgeous beauty left in it.
all I said was I don't think it's worth
God put
driving
me
three
on this
hours.
earth to shop at Trader Joe's. I finally understand my destiny, bro. Why are you trying to take this from me?
I'm not. All I said was I don't think it's worth driving 3 hours just to go to
We
Trader
should put
Joe's.
this motherfucker in a well.
Like we did other stuff, not just go there.
Well,
And
I don't give a shit
also,
about the other
I
stuff.
don't
Trader
believe
Joe's
that
was
you
the
would ever
adventure.
go. I don't believe, Jake, that you would ever go to Spokane, go to Trader Joe's, and then turn right back around and leave.
Because there's a lot of shit I like to do in Spokane.
Exactly.
me,
There's other things I'd go all the way to Spokane for, go do, and then turn around and leave. Trader Joe's is not one of them. But would I go while I'm there? Yes.
I mean, I don't ever go to Spokane for one thing, so that's not fair.
Stephanie, have you ever gone to all the way to Spokane just to Trader Joe's?
just for Trader Joe's. So I'll say this, like the
I do
whole
respect
reason
it.
I had went was to go to Trader Joe's, but then of course, right? Like I like to look at other things. And so
That makes perfect sense to me. What is the
that's the
problem here?
reason.
There is no problem. I'm just saying I don't think it's worth. That's it. That's my opinion.
Robert hates Trader Joe's. Got it.
All right. Trader Joe's
Sometimes.
hater as I'm staring at 2 Trader Joe's limited drop bags that I bought.
It's true. And you know what? You can sell those for double the price. They're still popping off.
And I wouldn't. I think reselling things like that is dumb.
People be crazy about them. I guess anyway, so that was one of the things that we did. And I guess next thing, I did want to show like Robert this one place that I thought he would really love. I feel like it was a hit. That was really cool. And we did try a new like catfish place, and so that was an interesting experience.
Apparently, I used to live right
that
next to there.
Yeah, we did. Asked it every
No, we
day.
just never went.
Not because I didn't want to go.
I had no fucking money at the time.
Neither did I. But still, it's a really good place, and they have a program. They have a program to where they have just like I don't remember if it's like is it 14 or is it 16 where it starts.
14. So like when you go into high school.
Yeah, so they exclusively hire people in high school.
Noted.
And all the money goes like it's a nonprofit, so all the money goes to funding the place and paying kids. So it's pretty cool. And they're also the cooks. So like I said, food's amazing, and I can get behind that whole program. So it's nice. We should have been going the whole time.
Noted. I will keep it in mind on my next trip to Trader Joe's.
As you should. Anyway, I will pass the time to somebody else. What else did you all do?
Yeah, Jake, why don't you talk about getting old?
Well, I did a whole lot of shit as per usual, but I did so much shit that I didn't like consume that much media this fucking month. But let's see. Let me try to go chronologically. Bachelor party. That was cool. We drank too much, ate Costco pizza, and played board games. Went to a couple concerts. Saw Destroyer Boys and Rise Against. That was pretty good. And then I saw Unknown Mortal Orchestra and a guy named Saul Solomon. That was pretty good. Went camping, charred half my leg off. That was pretty good. Was a groomsman in a wedding. First time I've been in a wedding. And I think the first time I've been at a big wedding like that. So it was pretty good. Then I had my super sweet 29th birthday at a cabin in the woods. Which was great. That Stephanie was invited to again. She didn't want to show up.
Whoa.
To be fair,
I
could have
did
gotten
want
lost.
to. And
Probably would have gotten lost.
yeah, I was like, for one, I wasn't there. I wanted to be. Next time, if it's going to be in the woods, now I can plan accordingly. So we'll be there. And I don't know, maybe I'll take you guys out before then.
It was
place you guys like, I don't know.
actually super fucking nice. Plus our friend Mark showed us this restaurant that was like super cheap, but it was like super like classy and like fucking had really good food. It was crazy. It's like on a like little pond lake thing, and they got like water fixtures and shit. Because I remember walking up to it, and I was like, I'm about to spend $30 here for like a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm gonna fucking punch this guy in the cock as soon as we get back in the car. But no, it was actually quite cheap.
Wait, was this in CDA or was this somewhere
Yes.
else? Oh, okay.
I don't remember the name of it. We'll have to like, I'll have to ask him if you want it. But Robert really wanted to go to fucking Cracker Barrel, bro. Robert was bothering me about Cracker Barrel the entire fucking trip. And I was like, all right, whatever. We're doing our running around downtown. We'll go to fucking Cracker Barrel. And yeah, Robert, how was Cracker Barrel?
See, I think it's really funny because before the trip, I'd asked. I didn't know Cracker. I didn't even know Cracker Barrel was a restaurant. Like I said, I thought it was just peanuts and popcorn or whatever. And then I saw a video that showed like all this cool Halloween stuff. And I rewatched it after. The video looks like it's a store full of awesome Halloween stuff. And so I was like super excited, and I'm asking everyone, "Hey, I'm trying to get a bunch of Halloween stuff. I know our car's going to be packed. Is there going to be room? I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff. You know, I want to decorate my house. All these things." And then we actually get there, and not once did I bring up Cracker Barrel. It was always Jake going like, yeah, we'll do this, then we won't go to Cracker Barrel." And I was like, all right, that's fine. We don't have to go. And he brought it up like 15 times saying, yeah, we're not going to go. Yeah, we're not going to go. And I was like, all right, that's cool. We don't have to go. But we still went. Found out that it's a racist kind of establishment. Like,
Well,
5 seconds before walking through the door.
not per se.
I don't know. I looked it up while we were at that very nice restaurant. Back in, I don't remember what years, they found documents where like the higher ups literally just told people, do not hire LGBTQ people and do not hire black people.
Well, I mean, everybody was a little racist and homophobic in the 80s.
And then, well, that's the only thing I looked up and saw, and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of wild. But alas, after all that, I was like, you know what? No, it's going to be fine. We got this. We're here now, going in there. And there is the tiniest little fucking table in the middle of the store, and that's the only Halloween stuff they have. It was double-sided. And I did buy stuff, mainly because I was like, we already came all the way over here, and I really wanted to, and I felt like I was like, I can't leave with nothing now. Uh,
I would describe it as middle-aged white woman core.
the rest of the store, yes, absolutely. And then they have a lot of candy and old sodas, I guess.
My sister and I were looking at something. I don't even remember what. And there was like a Stanley Cup on the same shelf. It said like "Giddy up" or "Shut up." And like I don't even remember what we're talking about, but we're like fucking talking about something. And then this lady literally fucking like shoulder tackles her way in between us and goes, "Oh, Frank, look, this cup is so me." And I was like, "Yeah, this is where we are."
Seems like it checks out.
It was a time. I'm glad I went because now I can be like, okay, this place kind of sucks ass, and I'll
Cannot wait to get
never
sued on this podcast for
go
Cracker
back
Barrel
ever again.
slander.
I mean, I don't think we didn't even slander them.
We didn't even slander them, bro. This shit is ass.
You just accurately described who would like it, and there. I'm not gonna say some of the things weren't cute. Like I said, I bought some Halloween decorations, and there was some Halloween stuff that I was like, "Oh man, that's really cool." And I was like, "How much is this?" And they're like, "That's $95." I was like, "Oh, okay."
I saw a sippy cup that had a Modelo logo on it, and I very considered buying it, but also like it was like $30.
Yeah, it's a place. I also do not think I'd ever want to eat there. And this place was also like packed on a what was it, a Saturday? I guess it was
It
a
was a
Saturday.
Saturday.
But still, I was like, why? Like, is it popping like this normally? I guess I don't know.
But yeah, we did our thing. Went to Hastings. Went to Cracker Barrel. Got some food. Came back. Watched soccer. The Airbnb itself was actually like super fucking nice. Like it was crazy how fucking nice it was. It was like this giant 2-story fucking like how many bedrooms? Like 5, 6. And then there was like an apartment on the same property with even more shit in it. It was like out in the middle of nowhere. It had like a fucking crazy view of the city. Like you could see the city from the top of the mountain. And it was super fucking nice.
It was so much like going to a scary movie though. What's the name of the fucking road?
I don't remember. It was like Huntsman or some shit.
No, 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 no. The other one, the one that literally was like a scary movie name. It wasn't Dead End Road, but it was something like that.
Something
It
like
was like
that.
Last Chance or Last. I don't
Last
remember
Stand Road.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Uh,
But yeah, it was cool. Would rent again. Robert did the whole thing sober. I'm sure that was absolutely fucking miserable.
no, I had a good time. I had fun.
Watching everybody do drunk karaoke.
I mean, I sang a song sober as fuck, but
Did you do the
I
thing?
did. No, I didn't do the thing.
Oh,
For one, he didn't have that song on there, and for two, it wasn't. We would have had to do the other one, the one where it doesn't grade you, because like this one graded you for singing, so I would have just fucked that up.
No, it would have been good, bro.
I was gonna sing a different song over a different song, Jake. But alas, maybe next time.
Good birthday. I'm old now.
It was good, and I had fun. Jake got into a dunk tank, ice tank thing
I
for
forgot
like
about
6 seconds.
the fucking cold plunge.
Cold plunge that thing.
Yeah, I got in, instantly felt like I was dying, and then pussied out immediately. And then my sister's boyfriend was in there for 5 fucking minutes, and I was like, "This is fucking insane." I thought he was actually gonna die.
My favorite part of the whole trip was watching him just zoom around the house afterwards.
I know. I mean, I got fucked up at a Dave and Buster's. That was pretty good. Played some darts.
Dave and Buster's had some good deals.
I do fuck with Dave and Buster's.
Not sponsored, but Tom Holland's Bureau Shandies. Fire.
Yeah, whatever you say, you sober ass loser.
Thought you were on your sober arc.
Yeah, I'm sober now. It sucks.
You're like, it's been 2 days.
It's been like 4
I,
actually.
oh, okay. My bad. But yeah, it was all a good time overall, I think. You too could have been there sober, Stefania. Or not. You could have joined in.
Well, I think like my sister remembered how fucked up she got last time, so she just didn't drink at all, which is fucking crazy. And I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do with all this beer? And then fucking our other friend just drank it all, which was also crazy. Because I've seen that man get drunk off of 1 beer, and then I saw him just slam like 12.
Go big or go home, I guess.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna die too. I was like, we're just gonna leave his body in the woods. Fuck it.
Build in a tolerance. Well, I mean, I think that's pretty much everything we did, right, over these couple of months.
More or less.
Yeah.
Well, did
Did
anybody play any
anyone?
fucking video games? Because I played a bunch, but I didn't play anything worth talking about for the most part, except for like one.
Stephanie, did you play anything?
I mean, I technically did, but are we gonna talk about that or not really? Are we gonna
Up to
wait?
you. I mean, we can wait, I guess.
All right, okay. We'll wait. We'll wait.
I Yeah, like Jake said, I think I looked it up from the last time we did a podcast till now. I played 33 different games,
Where does he
but
get the time?
a lot of them were games we've always played. Jake trying to venture into Counter Strike for a bit. A lot of different fighting games.
Yeah, I forgot I
Um,
was like too busy being an alcoholic for the past 3 months to fucking play any video games proper.
a bunch of stuff like that. There is technically a game that all three of us played, and maybe we'll talk about that. But if I was gonna talk out of all those 33 games, I would love to be like, hey, got the new Batman Lego game. Talk about that. I was really into Karen for a while. Could talk about that. I got Saros, which is another really cool game on PlayStation. Wish I could talk about that. But in the middle of playing these games and trying to like really get into them, something happened. Something I never would have foreseen. Something I couldn't predict out of nowhere for no reason at all. I just got really into RuneScape.
And he finally sees the light. I also forgot that I beat RuneScape on stream.
I Old school RuneScape to be specific, and that shit just took over. Like for a while, I didn't do anything. I didn't work on the. That's why the other episode of the podcast was late. That's why I stopped reading. I stopped doing all these things because all my free time, I was dedicating it to old school RuneScape. It just, I don't know, and I guess it started because one of our friends was like, you know what, I'm gonna give that a shot. And this was right after Jake had made us play Guild Wars 2. And I was like, you know what? Or was it Guild Wars 2?
Guild
Was it
Wars
Guild Wars?
1. I fucking forgot that I played Guild Wars, to be honest.
Guild
They
Wars 1.
remade Guild Wars.
And I was like, hey, you know what? This MMO shit or kind of MMO thing might be kind of cool. And I gave RuneScape another shot. And it was because he gave it a shot. And I literally just logged in to see my level, to tell him what level I was at because he was just starting. And I just started playing and kept playing. And something clicked. I liked the grind. I liked seeing the numbers go up. I liked that it's an MMO that has a community. There is other people there, but it's basically like Jake said, it's like a single player MMO. But like if you want the community part, it's there. Like you can talk to people. I talked to a couple of strangers in there. Some would come hang out next to me for a while. Then if I didn't want to, I could just hop to a different world or uh just go somewhere else. So I like that it can be a single player experience or you can like talk to people and it doesn't push you to do one or the other. My one beef I would have with it is the fact that like you can't really do quests with friends. Like they
Not
can.
those ones.
What do you mean?
They have like big raids and stuff you can do together.
Well, raids, but I'm saying quests. And In the middle of me getting like addicted to this game, I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pay for it. I want because every quest that I would want to go do or everything that I just in game by walking around would discover and be like, I want to do this was locked behind the paywall. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pay for it. That way I can be doing these things. Plus, like it's not like we're doing the quests together, so I can still be chilling here with my friends and do these things. And then the game's like, nah, actually, if you pay and you want to be in the free world that your friends are in, you can't do any of the things you paid to do in that same world. You have to go to your own world where there's paid members, and then you can do that stuff.
Yeah, to keep the pores out, Rob.
I didn't like that. I was like, well, that's whack. So if I want to do this with friends, I have to get my friends to get the subscription. And I get that. Like, it makes sense from a business point of view. But it just sucks when.
Because why would you want to hang out with all these free-to-play scammers and scum?
Because I was still doing the free to play quests. I just wanted to pay for it so that I could be leveling up my agility and doing like I think the Slayer quests and level up all these paid things while I was doing those beginner quests to get ahead of the game, to be grinding more things out through the beginning. And then I was like, oh, well, guess I can't do that. But even then, I was still on that shit. I'd be like, just one quest, or let me just level this up to this. And I don't know. I really like it. And I get that I'm not talking about like all the RuneScape things, but that's because I'm pretty sure we've talked about RuneScape before. And also, it's old as fuck. Like,
Correct.
y'all know the deal.
My advice to Robert was, hey man, just do the free-to-play shit. And if you're not satisfied, then go get a membership. And he told me to go fuck myself, got a membership, and didn't do any of the membership shit anyway.
No, I did.
I followed my own advice and beat all the free-to-play quests in RuneScape. Stephanie, did you know they added a quest where you drink cum twice?
I'm sorry.
You drink
What?
2 pints of cum in order to complete that quest. They added it. It was either this year or last year. It's kind of fire. Ends in a boss fight. It's really cool.
I didn't do that quest, so I have no idea what he's talking about.
It was like, is this?
I'm not going to elaborate,
really?
but yeah, everybody saw me stream it. They saw me drink the cum. You lose HP when you drink it.
I was probably running my own quest while he was streaming, so I didn't pay attention. Surprised he didn't get flagged for that. Title of the podcast, It Was Fire. I will not elaborate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil it. And then, I slayed the dragon. That's the big free-to-play quest.
Do you have to drink cum during that quest?
No. The one I did was optional.
Oh, okay. The cum drinking was optional. Got it.
That absolutely was not optional.
Oh, okay. Well, are you sold on this game, Stephania?
Yeah, Stephanie, you going to start playing some RuneScape?
I mean, I think we talked about this before, but I have played it. But this was like high school status, so it was at that point wouldn't have been like new, but like way newer than what all this is. Like I had no idea that there was a membership. I had no idea that you could be doing
That
some different activities. Yeah.
It was good. It was a good time.
and then my membership got renewed, so I am gonna get back on. I might as well. Pro tip for everyone. Normally you subscribe to a thing, like let's say on the 5th. So you expect that it will renew again on the 5th. RuneScape will renew your membership like 2 days before. So
Yeah, so you don't accidentally, have to go resubscribe if your card got lost or
mines or something,
changed.
yeah. Which and I need to check because I'm probably coming up on that 2nd month now, and I don't want the 3rd. So or who knows? Maybe I'll get sucked back into it, and I'll be like, "Fuck it,
Fuck it, guys! I play RuneScape now. This is a RuneScape podcast.
gotta go drink some cum." But yeah, that's a RuneScape, my RuneScape adventure. Jake, what did you play?
I actually played a shit ton of games, but none of them super gripped me, or like I just haven't gone back to them. Like I played Pokemon Red. That game kind of fucking sucks. Not gonna lie, that game's ass. Fucking played Elden Ring. Game's also ass. And then did a bunch of friend slop and such. But I played and beat the early access version of Dead as Disco. And Dead as Disco is I don't know, Sifu-like rhythm character action game. So it has like, I guess, I don't know, Stephanie, have you played Sifu or like Spider-Man or Batman, any of those games?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got like that combat style where like you're just in a room with a shit ton of guys. And then you need to parry and counter and fucking combo them all to death, basically. But the specific deal with this game is there's a song that's playing while you're doing that. And all of your counters and grapples and punches and stuff need to be on beat to keep your score going. And it's fucking addictive.
Oh my god. So it's almost like a rhythm game?
It is a rhythm game.
Like, oh my goodness.
And it's fucking gas. I do fucking love it. And they have an option, like they have a free to play option where you can just go pick songs and then just fight in a big dance floor room. If you want, you could upload your own songs to the game, but you have to calibrate them yourself, which is a little goofy. But it works. But the big highlight is the boss battles, which are like multi-phase boss battles where they have like a song that gets progressively bigger and more layered as you advance in the like phases of the boss fight. And you got to like learn new mechanics as you're going and put them all together. And mastering those boss fights was like super fucking fun. Cannot wait for them to release more. I think right now they have, I think it's only 3 or 4. It's like a punk rock guy, a hip hop artist, a K-pop girl, and like a Viking metal dude.
Honestly, that's all I need. So,
I mean, it's super fun. Yeah, I streamed the whole thing, and then also like spent way too long putting a bunch of custom songs on there and streaming that too. But you play as Charlie Disco, and I guess you're dead in like the afterlife. You're in like sellout purgatory with a bunch of like artists that like sold out and died or whatever. So like you need to like beat some sense back into them so that they stop selling out and like follow their heart or whatever, which results in you like crushing a guy with a car, kicking a guy off a cliff, beating the absolute shit out of this K-pop star, and it's very funny.
yeah, that sounds actually really amazing. Like that is a
Dennis
good
Disco
concept.
is really good. I mean, if you really don't want it on PC, I'm sure once it's out of early access, they'll have a console release. But I'm sure you'll lose like the being able to add your own songs feature. Highly recommend. Maybe like wait for the whole thing to come out if you're not like starved for a rhythm game. But I was playing the shit out of this game for like a week straight. It was so good. Well, it was Dead as Disco, Rob. Did you play anything else?
I don't know. I'm thinking like, is Dead as Disco? Does it compete with that Hello Kitty rhythm game?
It's probably better than the Hello Kitty rhythm game.
What was it? Happiness Parade?
I think I
Most
tried playing
definitely.
Happiness Parade and then dropped it because I thought it was a massive piece of shit.
Bruh, the songs that you can unlock later on, oh my goodness. And a lot of those songs, I was like, where has this been all my life? But I'm down to give this new game a try.
You can get
Pretty
those
good.
songs and put them in Dead as Disco.
Do you imagine? Oh,
'Cause I think that
Beating
that was the
guys up
thing.
to the My Little Kitty soundtrack. What the fuck? Hello Kitty soundtrack?
My Little Kitty.
No, stop. Cut it. This is not. We don't need to put this out in the world, bro.
That's the crossover we didn't know we needed. Sanrio is gonna sue the shit out of everyone. Actually, both those pretty big, but
Hasbro? Yeah.
yeah. So there is another game we played, and then there's a game Stephanie and I played. But like I said, we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, because I think we've talked about that game before on this podcast, but a game all three of us played is Friend Slop game, Mecha Chameleon. Or is it Mecha Chameleon? I don't fucking know how you
Pretty sure it's
pronounce
Mecha.
it. Is it Mecha? It's very similar to a game. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of those prop hunter games.
It's literally just prop hunt. It's prop hunt
But
with steps.
Instead of it just being that, you are a guy, like just I think there's three different. Is one of them just bigger than the other, and then there's the cube one?
Yeah, like they have one that's at like 1.7 times scale, one at 1.4, and then one at like I think like 0.8.
Yeah. So Stephanie and I, we played this before any of those updates. So when we played, you just had the one guy. You couldn't change the size. There was no blocky one. And it's yeah, you just hide. And the way it works is you have your little guy and he's just plain white, no color, no nothing. And the gimmick of the game is you have a paintbrush and you want to paint yourself to blend in with your surroundings. So it's not like you're choosing a prop to look like in Prop Hunter. You are the guy you are, the figurine. But then you can put them in different poses, which they added literally double the poses than there was when we played it, Stephanie. And then you just you paint your guy and try and blend it in. And there's a couple different game modes. The one we played was just the
standard.
Yeah, the one Stephanie and I played was the standard, which is what the fuck's it called? Where it's the Halo mode. I keep forgetting.
Infection?
Infection, yeah, where it starts with one hunter. Every time that they shoot someone or they find someone, that person becomes a hunter too, and then you keep looking. The mode the Jake, Brienne, and Gino and I played for Wacky Wednesday is teams.
No, it's basic.
Well, it
basic is technically teams. It's just
but he chose
I
one
have
person.
Teams turned off.
So there's only one hunter. No one joins them, and they have to find them before all the time comes out. There was another mode we didn't try, and now that I know how it works, I think that's the fucking move. That's the one we should have been playing.
Well, I was like, hey guys, do you want to try this? And everybody's like, nope. And I was like, okay.
Well, because I didn't know how it worked, and I thought it like everyone takes turns or whatever. But the way that one works is everyone goes out and hides. So like you go and you hide your person. And then individually, once the time goes out, you get into like your own spot. So like you're all playing at the same time. So you hid, time's up, and then you all on your own screen become the hunter, and you try and find everyone else at the same time. And then whoever finds literally everyone the fastest wins. And when I read the description, I thought for some reason it was going to be like everyone hides and then you all take turns and see who goes the fastest. And I was like, well, how the fuck does that work? Like, you have to hide in a different place each time someone does it. But then people are going to see hiding places in it. I thought it would be like, oh, it's going to be super hard for the first person. And then it'll be way easier for the last person because they'll have already seen all these variations. But yeah, no, now that I know how it works, that I feel like that's the move. But I've been doing a lot of talking. Stephanie, what you think about this game?
Yeah, I thought it was like pretty okay. I think I still need to get like used to all the controls and stuff, and you all probably know too. It's like a trend right now. And so I also didn't realize that there are like so many different things that you can do. And like some of the like different either like videos I've seen of different streamers, like some people are just doing like the most unhinged stuff. They don't even care if they get caught. Like the whole point is like, how artistic can you be? And I have seen some things where I'm like, wow, I would not have expected a dictator to be portrayed in this game, and you're just out in the open, and that's what you did. So very, very creative. You can do a lot. really fun with friends. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This game has awakened my artistic ability. I have never arted harder.
Well, and they did add one of the new updates, which happened after we all played, is now you can clone yourself twice, and they're not decoys because like if they shoot any of them, you get caught. So like it's not like place them in different places. It's you can use all three and put them in different poses to make yourself look like a different shape. And it's I want to mess around with that a bit. That's very cool. And I do think we should try that other mode where we're all hiding.
Yeah, sure. Pretty good spin on the prop hunt genre. Because prop hunt by itself is pretty fun, but now this one has a little bit of sauce on it.
Well, we never really talked about it, but there's another game that Stephanie convinced me to play, and she was absolutely right. It's very fun. It's called Witch It, and that's prop hunt, but you have abilities.
See, I did see that. I just assumed it was like a dead game on Arrival because I didn't see anybody talking about it.
That's so
it came
crazy.
out years ago, and that's also what I thought. And Stephanie, you can say how that went.
Yeah, I was about to say, so Jake, same thing that Robert had brought up, and I was like, I don't think this is dead. And I had like even brought up to Robert, I was like, hey, I just want to try this. And he's just like, no, that's gonna be like really lame. Like we're not
Dead
even
game
gonna
wall.
play it again. Yeah. And so actually this game is like still like very active, and there are a lot of updates that still go on, and there are still like very full rooms too. And there's just like a lot that you can do in it. And so just throwing it out there, if you want to like pass the time, which it might be the next best thing. So, and it also had like a trend phase too, where a lot of streamers were playing it. So,
see, I didn't see that, but it did just get a 1 gig update, like literally.
Excuse me.
Like,
oh my god.
Like I need to update it.
Like same. All right. Next task.
But yeah, Mecha Chameleon also just got another update, so who knows what's going on there. But yeah, you know what? Some friend slot, pretty good, pretty fun. That's a Mecha Chameleon.
Like I said, I don't have any other games. Like, yeah, I started a bunch of shit. Like, I started Elden Ring, I started Pokemon Red, started Death Stranding. The only one I'll probably finish out of those is Death Stranding 2, but that's a long fucking game.
Well, now I feel like mentioning it just because we have more than double Jake and Brienne's time. But the other game that Stephanie and I played was the Outlast Trials. And we actually finished the top section level. And I was like, I'm pretty sure. Have we talked about it before, Jake?
I think maybe very briefly, but I didn't have much to say about it other than, yeah, I think it's pretty okay for one of those.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think. I was like, man, because I feel like it took me a lot to get you and Brienne to play it, and so I was like, man, I don't know if Stephanie's gonna like this, especially because we've played all the Outlast games, but I feel like even when we played, it was a lot of me playing, her watching, and then we tried this, and Stephanie's like, oh yeah, let's just play this like literally the whole day.
My problem is I don't like those types of horror games. So you made a multiplayer horror game about a genre I don't like. Because I am bad at stealth games. And you said, okay, well, be stealth in a multiplayer format. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Stephanie, would you say the way we play, it's a stealth game?
I feel like the first time, like, because you had already went through the first level. And so, like, yeah, I feel like there are points, though, where, like, it can't be a stealth game. Like, depending on what you do, and, well, I guess, like, backing up a little bit. So, with, like, the Outlast Trials, like, there are different levels that you can play, and there are different goals that you have to do to be able to get to the next round. And you're, like, collecting stuff as well. So, I don't know. Like, there's, like, one challenge that, like, there's no way we could have, like, stealthed that. Like, you just need to get as many files as you can, shred them so that you do not have I don't even know what they are. Like crazy people coming after you, people who are the same as us coming after you. Like, I don't, it's just crazy. So there are like stealth missions, quotation marks, and then there are ones where you're just like, we just need to get through this.
Well, I think the main thing is like when we played Jake Brand and I, we ran like literally I think one maybe two of them, and we were all like level 0. I don't think this game is meant to be played as a stealth game, Jake. You get level ups and stuff that are literally made to like help you fight the guys or like stun lock them or do something. Like there's so many things that you level up and then you're like you're using them actively. Like you're using all your actives to stop them, delay them. I think it's literally just that we didn't play enough. Like this game wasn't meant for you to like. It's not a Left 4 Dead where you run one and you're like, oh okay, I get it. It's
Well,
like
yeah, that's also the way I saw that skill tree, and I was like, "Fuck, bro! If we really want to get into this shit, you got to be
you
on."
have to get you have to. So like even now, I would say that like because we played the whole day, I think almost like 8-9 hours,
Literally.
and I think we're finally like we got like the basics. So now I feel like this is where the game starts, which is it's a big ask of someone to be like, hey, I want to play this game with you. It's gonna take us like 10 hours to be competent.
And even then, yeah, I guess there are like a lot of other challenges. But now that I'm thinking about this does remind me of The Last of Us like online. Because there were like different like power-ups that you would get, and then you would go into like these new things, and everybody would have different abilities, stuff like that. Kind of similar to that. The other thing though, that of course I have to bring up with like every game I feel like, is that you do get to customize your character. And some of the customizations are really like not so great looking, but some of them are really cute. And you get to like decorate your own room. Because basically, like, I don't even know how to say this. You're like a ward of almost like an insane asylum, it feels like. And that is just like bananas. We don't even have shoes yet, which is crazy.
Yeah, you do get shoes.
Damn, bro! How many hours? 20.
Like I don't know if you can like physically see them because I think did I get socks or what did I get?
No, I think we had got slippers. And like, I
Oh,
don't
it's
even
what
think we had saw them, but it's like supposed to help with like
the
not making
glass it doesn't make
noise.
noise. Yeah,
Yeah.
this game's got layers. It's a huge game, and because I think I got it for Stephanie on sale for like less than $10. This game is an absolute steal at that price. Like the amount of content it has is insane, and they are regularly updating this thing. So it's a fun game. Maybe I'll get us all to play it again in
Good
October.
luck. How many gigs is that shit now? Like 150?
It's pretty big. Maybe Stephanie and I just got to get through it. Sorry, Stephanie. We're in for the long run.
I was about to say we're committed, which it is really fun though. Like, just because you are wanting to do the next thing. And one of these days, I am going to win at arm wrestling. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, compared to Jake and Brienne, I suck.
Not anymore though, since you're like a higher level. Well, maybe. Who knows?
Well, I was like, I don't think the levels count for that. It's just a click game.
Oh, I thought it did though.
I don't think so because we see the same thing. It's just a little spinny wheel, and you have to stop it at the right spot.
Okay then. Well, it's going to happen.
But I think that's it for video games. Not a lot of, basically no new ones really, but
It just goes newer.
I guess yeah, it is. It's not even out yet, so I guess that's fair. That is video games. So let's move on over to movies. Jake, do you just have the one?
I mean, I technically watched Goat, but like, did anybody else watch Goat? Does anybody even fucking care? I don't know what drew me to this fucking basketball movie, even though I don't fucking give a shit about basketball.
I have watched that.
Well, there you go. Talk about GOAT, guys.
It felt so like Zoomer child coded that I was like, If I took like my nephew or something to see this movie, I wouldn't be mad about it. Like watching this as a 30-year-old man on my couch on a fucking like Tuesday afternoon is so sobering.
No, that's fair. I would
I
agree.
do think it looked really good though.
Yeah. Also
Like
agree with that too.
Spider-Verse adjacent.
I mean,
That now everybody's trying to copy. I think I just saw a trailer for like a DreamWorks movie that's also trying to copy the Spider-Verse style. But it looks good, so I don't care.
also,
But it's go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say. Also, I guess like with the voice acting cast, like it is like pretty stacked. Like there are a lot of like well-known actors, which I wasn't expecting, but was surprised. I was like, oh, okay then.
I think the only person I recognize is Patton Oswalt as the coach.
Oh, so I'm pretty sure there is one of the actresses from Bring It On, which I get it if that's not your guys' thing, that's not your guys' thing, but it's like huge.
Do tell.
And I'm just so glad that she is in something again. And also she has been in like a lot of different movies. She's also been like in a Tyler Perry movie before. And yeah, she's just an amazing lady. I also think like she's just so glorious. So anyway, but that's just like an example. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's Steph Curry or if it's, no, I think it is actually. It's Steph Curry and his wife. They're also voice actors in the movie, which I have conflicting feelings about his wife. But anyway, it's really cool that he's in it.
Well, I mean, the fucking goat guy is modeled after Steph Curry, right? Except he's just short.
I think so. But
He fucking chews on the mouth guard the same way. He's got the fucking hair.
this is true. This is true.
He's hitting fucking long shots. I guess what I like about the movie is like there's no like magical bullshit that makes the goat good at basketball. He's just good at basketball. Like he's short, so he just shoots from a distance. That's it. He just tries to be the best distance shooter he can be because that's the only way he can compete, and I think that's very cute and smart.
Yeah, I think it's also that he can see like the whole court because of his
That's very
eyeballs or whatever.
perceptive.
Yeah, so
It's like he's not trying to play the same game that everybody else is playing, which is why he's
Goated.
like goated, winning,
that was good.
putting a new spin on the current basketball culture or whatever the fuck they call it. Isn't it called like beast ball or some shit?
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is about to sue, bro.
Well, I guess I did talk about goat. I mean, if you got multiple movies, Rob, talk about one.
I mean, not a lot to say about this one, but I did watch Obsession.
I've heard it's pretty good.
It's a good horror movie. It's well shot. The acting's really good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this movie. It's just a good horror movie. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that I've consumed a lot of transformative horror content lately. Maybe it's
Robert's
that
on his
like
Jake horror fucking hater arc.
I'm not. It's not even a hater arc. Like because there is a lot of other horror out there that
Let it
I have a lot to
flow.
say about. But I just
Let the controversial opinions flow.
it's not even controversial. I just think it's good. It's
Yeah, you're just like mid? That's what I heard. Robert thinks it's mid.
I don't even think it's mid. I just like it's
It's just dog shit.
it's not dog shit.
It's just Trader Joe's.
It's just the way everyone's talking about it. They're making it seem like it's this amazing thing. And I'm not saying it's not good. I just don't know if I'd use the word amazing. I don't know if I would glaze it as much as all these other people are glazing it. And that's not to say that it's like I think you would like it, Jake. I think you would watch it and you would enjoy it. I think Stephanie, you would too. I think most people would enjoy it. This is a one-time watch horror movie. And most horror movies to me aren't one-time watches. There's something you're like, oh, you either get something else about it after, like watching it a second time, or like it's a movie that you're like, oh yeah, I'd watch this with friends again. This if someone put on this movie, like if I'm in a group setting with friends, I mean, I'll sit there and I'll probably be on my phone.
He's gonna shoot you in the chest with a Glock 3 times. Put on a different
Like,
movie.
well, no. There's nothing
Gonna put
wrong
on
with it.
Midsummer.
I do think most people would enjoy it, but I just like I don't know. And it's like a lot of even people that I know have like
Bro,
consumed.
talk about the content of the movie. We know you think it's mid.
Well, I mean, like do you guys know what it's about?
No, I
Basically,
literally know nothing.
okay. So and maybe it's this concept. The premise of the movie is this guy. He goes to this little, what do you call him? He goes to this little shop and he finds this thing. It's called a one witch willow, where you can make one wish. You can make any wish, and it'll come true. And he wishes that this girl loves him more than anything in the world.
Oof.
That's it. That's the movie. And that's what I mean by it. Like I'm not saying that horror has to be transformative or anything, but hear me out. Just from hearing that, you pretty much know the movie. Like you know where it's going, you know what's happening, you get it.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with a movie that's fun.
And that's what I'm saying. Like there isn't anything wrong with it. And it's shot well, the acting's good, everything's all good. But like I've seen other movies, like this isn't a new concept. In other movies that they'll do something a little differently. Like they'll add their own little twist or their own spin to it.
Well, I mean, it was a YouTuber movie, right? So I think probably wanted to play it safe for his first outing.
Yeah, no, like I'm excited about his next movie. Uh but like I said, it's a good movie. If you like horror, here you go. It does, like, I guess, trigger warning. There is some gory scenes. There is a it is a scary movie. There will be things jump scares. It's a That's the perfect way to describe it. It's a safe horror movie. Like it doesn't take any risks, I don't think. So it's, I guess, basic. It's a basic horror movie.
God damn, bro. Fucking chill out. Fuck.
Nothing wrong with that. And
Nothing
I
wrong
do
with that.
think
I'm just
most
saying
people
you're a fucking basic if you like this movie, and anybody fucking watch this movie, and the
no
guy
no
who
no
made this movie,
and hear me
fucking
out.
basic.
I love basic things because they're good. They're good for a reason. But safe and basic isn't something I look for in horror.
Or
But that being said, I
avant-garde
watched it and I
shit. He's on
enjoyed
his
it.
pretentious era.
It's not even avant-garde. Like I love the monkey. That shit, like being as funny as it was, it could have been a fucking miss. In fact, a lot of people didn't like it.
They probably thought it was
I,
too goofy.
yeah, and I like that it did that. I like when horror does like it's got a thing. It's got like some sort of sauce. And I've seen this guy's content. I've seen other, because he's made other horror movies just on YouTube. I talked about one on here, Cereal and Milk. And like I just don't think it had his sauce. It was like it was a horror movie. The next one that he's doing, I think it'll have his sauce. So I guess that's what I have to say about Obsession. Can't wait for you guys to watch it and shit on me for being like, "What man, that
I
movie's
cannot wait
actually
to watch
fucking good."
Obsession and be like, this is my favorite horror movie.
It might be.
And then watch his next movie and be like, this is my least favorite horror movie.
His next horror movie is an idea that might sound familiar to you, Jake. Two guys go around and they help people who have haunted houses by getting rid of the fucking ghosts. And then they show up to a place and voila, it turns out it's a real haunted place. It's the Brothers Grimm, but like done modern, and literally an idea I had a couple of years ago that I shared with you.
You mean Zach Baggins?
I mean, I guess if you want to look at it that way, sure.
But like, good, I guess.
And I think that one's going to be more comical, but we'll see. I'm assuming you haven't seen Obsession, Stephanie.
I have not yet, but it is on streaming, so this might happen maybe this weekend.
Like I said, can't wait for y'all's opinions to greatly differ from mine. But yeah, that was Obsession. Stephanie, what do you got?
Wait, how many movies do you have?
I have one more.
Okay, then this will be my last one because I don't know.
Your first one and last one.
Yeah, because I was like, your reaction to when I brought it up, I was like, okay, I'll stick to the other one. So anyway, so one of the documentaries that I ended up watching was called The Crash, and this came out on Netflix this year, and this is just like a really messed up case. And so it just goes through everything that happened with Mackenzie Shirilla. And I think when everything happened, she was still 17. So set the scene, her and her boyfriend, who is 20 at the time, and then their mutual friend, but he was more, I guess, like the boyfriend's friend. I don't know. It's still like kind of like really interesting how they all know one another. They get back from this party and they're leaving like really early in the morning. And Mackenzie is driving and she drives straight into like basically a brick wall. And so a lot of people were like, oh, this is just like a really terrible accident that happened. Like, this is so crazy that all of these like young people got into this accident. Turns out, I guess, that there were, well, there was speculation that there was foul play just because Mackenzie, who was driving the car, like nothing really happened to her. So she did have like bruising and stuff like that, but her boyfriend, I think Dominic, and her other friend, like they ended up like they're dead basically. And so a lot of people were just like, this is really weird. Like if she literally hit like a brick wall, like how is she okay? But
I thought it was a big tree.
no. So I guess she like hits a sign that sends them into a brick wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I guess also the sign was also brick. So, and it's just like wild because they're like going through like how she turned perfectly fine, like even a street over, and then all of a sudden she ends up going straight into the sign that like sends them into a brick wall. It's just like crazy. And so her family is speaking. There are like other mutual friends that are talking. And it's just like wild on how like some people like really liked her and some people didn't. And so anyway, long story short, there you like get to see all of the details of this case and she does end up getting convicted of basically like foul play. But she's in the process of even appealing now because she felt like this was not, I guess, like the best ruling. And like even when she's in the documentary, she's like, oh wait, can I say that? Am I saying too much? Because her lawyer is still present. So she doesn't say like, hey, like my actions like caused me to like lose my boyfriend and a close friend. She's just like, oh, I don't want to say too much. And I just have to like highlight this one part. So people had asked like a close friend. Well, she thought she was very close to Mackenzie, but Mackenzie didn't feel the same towards her. But they were like, hey, like, do you feel like she would ever do anything to like harm herself or to harm others? And this is what her friend says. Her friend is like, no, I don't think she would ever harm others because, like, whenever I would invite her to go to McDonald's, she would say, like, no, because she didn't want to put that really terrible food in her body. So I couldn't imagine her actually, like, spinning out a car or anything because, like, I mean, she just would never go to McDonald's with me.
I mean,
Like,
I see where she's going with that, but
it's crazy.
Yeah, I would do not watch documentaries because they're fucking boring, but I definitely will watch other people talk about documentaries. And from the footage I watched, like, she kind of seems like a fucking sociopath.
Yeah. And ugh.
Like, because she was threatening to kill her boyfriend a lot.
Facts. And it's like,
and like text messages and shit.
Text messages, Snapchats, people hear them getting into like verbal arguments all the time. Like, it's crazy. Crazy is like the only way to describe this because there are a lot of people that are saying, like, oh, well, like they're still very young and like he was probably the toxic one, so that's why this happened. But like all of these, I guess like texts, Snapchats are now coming out because they've been able to, I guess, like archive all of this. And they did notice that like she was the one that was actually being like very manipulative. And people were like, oh, well, it's like very toxic. But they were like, well, if we were to like switch this, right, it would look very abusive if he was doing this to her. And it is. It's just like abusive behavior. And it's just bananas. And I don't want to like put all of this on, like, I guess like all these things that were going on. Like, most definitely, it sounds like she was at fault. She was convicted. But like her parents are just like even more insane. Like, I could not imagine having a child and being like, oh yeah, you can definitely live with your like 20-year-old boyfriend. Like, yeah, go live with him when she's still like 17. Like, that's bananas. And I guess like her dad was also like getting her into like a lot of substances, and people were like, oh, it was just weed, but like it just seems like crazy. And they knew like all of the things that she was doing. Like, there were like lots of different talks about a lot of different things like throughout her text messages. And it's just like, it's just wild. And her dad is like the craziest. He's like, yeah, I knew she would like smoke weed while she was driving all the time. But like, I would rather her smoke weed than like do anything else. And like, yeah, I would buy it for her. And that's like his approach to like everything. Not like, oh damn, like your kid just killed 2 people because of like the decisions that she made. It was just more like, no, like she's justified, and like also our justice system is ridiculous. Like, she shouldn't have got all of this time. Which she only got like 15 years to life, and the family was like really disappointed. Like a lot of these families, again, like Dom's, and then of course the other person's family, like, because she should have got more time. And it does
Yeah, 'cause
seem like
it,
she's.
go
No,
ahead.
what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, like, based on the footage I saw, it basically looked like she planned on doing a murder sui, and then her fucking friend decided, like, hey, can you guys give me a ride home? And then she's like, well, fuck it, this ain't gonna stop me.
Literally, literally. Or again, like maybe she was just like, okay, maybe I am gonna get out of this alive somehow, some way. But it's just so much. But it's really interesting to, I guess, like watch all of these things, watch how the parents handle it, watch how some of her friends handle it. And I guess like for her to like be so distant from it too. And I get it, she's trying to like make sure she can get out sooner rather than later. But it just didn't really seem like she had any remorse. It didn't seem like she really cared about what she did. And I get it, when you're like young, I guess it doesn't always like hit you the same way. But I'm like, that's crazy. And like her boyfriend would buy so much stuff for her. And like he was always trying to be like the voice of reason. Of course, right? He's still human. He had his own moments, but it was just like, I don't think I could do it. I'd be like, what am I doing with my life? I do not want to be next to this lady. So, or girl. So this is just crazy stuff. But it was interesting to watch. It was interesting to see that I think she got, I think she got charged with like 4 life sentences, which I thought was really interesting. But for the 2 people that died, and then like there were other things that happened, and then there was like a felony for like drug possession, and then something else. And so these are things that she has been convicted of, not alleged or anything like that, but she is trying to appeal them.
Well, it
And
was like
so,
they like pulled like black box data from the car, which I didn't even know was a thing you could do.
mm-hmm.
But it was like, yeah, she went from 35 to instantly accelerating to like what, 90 miles per hour in fucking suburbia.
Yeah, over 100.
Yeah, and then fucking they're like, yeah, and then slow down, then sped up, and then slow down, like between like 10 and 20 mile per hour differences. Like somebody was fighting over the gear shift prior to the crash, and I was like, I don't even know they could fucking pull that info from a car, like time stamped speed data and like gear shifting and shit.
Well, if
Yeah.
they have a computer transmission, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's just like some of those things that did come up where I'm just like, bruh, like, who are you kidding? And I guess they were also trying to say that, oh, she has like this condition called POTS, where maybe she had like fainted. And so it's not to say that she doesn't have these things, but I guess she didn't provide any documentation to the court to say, like, hey, this has been documented by her doctor. Here's what like their treatment is, all of that stuff, right? And so that's not alleged. They didn't provide that. Doesn't mean that she doesn't have it. It just means that she didn't have a medical professional actually testify or even provide documentation that she does have it. And so they were saying, like, oh, maybe she could have fainted, or like, oh, there have been times where we think that she's fainted before. And so it's just like, it's just bananas. It's just bananas. And I just can't even believe this. And even the way that the mom also like testifies on how this is going to impact her daughter and the impact that it has on the families. Like, also, mom wasn't really like, oh, damn, I'm not just talking about my daughter and how she's going to be affected. Like, did not care who died, basically. And that's just such a sad thing. Anyway, The Crash. That's what I watched. So
Yeah, if you want to lose faith in people.
Well, how was The Crash, I guess? So, Jake, you watched Toy Story 5.
was it good? Was it worth it?
I'm actually I am chuffed that I like this movie this much. Because Toy Story 1 and 2 are some of my favorite pieces of media ever. And I saw Toy Story 3 and thought it was like mid. And I saw Lightyear and thought it was actively dog shit and hurt my hopes and dreams and crushed my soul.
Wait. So you haven't seen 4?
No.
All right, don't.
Is it bad? I thought it was okay.
I fucking hate that movie.
Wait, what happens in 4 again?
It's the one we watched together.
Oh, okay, then. See, I always think that's 3, but that's not.
No. 4 is ass.
Okay, well, I watched 5 and I really liked 5. I thought it was pretty good. Because it's like about tech invading the lives of children, I guess, and how that's changing their lives and causing them to grow up quicker. Because like it's about the girl who you see at the end of 3, so I'm assuming she's in 4 also.
Bonnie.
Yeah. But like she's struggling to like make friends and connect with like the neighborhood kids and like kids at school and shit. So like her parents get her a tablet so that she can access like this kid's social media platform. And it's just like she has no desire to fucking play with her toys anymore, and she's just fucking sucked into this tablet. And then you fucking go through Jesse's trauma, who's like basically the main character in this movie, where like this is her 3rd kid and she thought she had a little more time, and like her fucking coming to terms with that, like she's about to lose another kid, be put away, and then it's basically just a little adventure to try to make that not happen. And it's really, this movie did some things to me emotionally, bro. I haven't felt in a long time.
So it's good.
It was pretty good. The date I was with, she like was trying to like nuzzle up to my arm and shit, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, this is fine, but I'm also like crying like a bitch. So she's trying to get closer to me, but I don't want her to see that I have fucking visible tear streaks coming down my eyes. Walking a tightrope, brother.
And be emotional.
They're also like roasting the fuck out of my boy Woody, and I was like, God damn, what did this guy do to you?
Don't watch
like,
4.
They're like, wow, bro, your stuffing looks like it fell down a little bit, and he's got like a beer belly, and he takes off his hat, and they're like, ooh, god damn, bro, you need to get some marker on that shit. And he's like, what? And he's got a big fucking bald spot that's like blinding the rest of the cast. And I was like, bro, what are they doing to my boy here? Just let him be old. Fuck. It was good though. It's quite a cute movie. And then I like saw this little kid, and he brought in his Jessie doll and his like Woody doll, and I was like, damn, that's adorable.
That's actually really cute. I'm glad that someone's still doing that.
Someone has toys.
Yeah.
Which is the point of the movie, is like the reason why she can't connect with other kids is because like one of the first things people do, or like she gets invited to a slumber party over the social media thing. So she goes, and like Jesse and Bullseye come along, and then she's like, "Oh, Dad, you packed Jesse and Bullseye? Thanks." And then like she shows up to the slumber party, and then like Jesse and Bullseye fall out of her suitcase as she's pulling up to the house, and then the three kids on the like porch are just like, "Oh, you play with dolls?" And then she's like, no, Dad, why did you pack these?" And she like throws them in the fucking car, and it's so goddamn heartbreaking.
Well,
This movie hurt me a lot more than I thought it would, but I did like it quite a bit.
No, I still want to watch it. So
I would watch it. I was fucking shocked at how good it was. Maybe 4 was the dog shit one.
4 is a dog shit one.
Because I remember 3 not being like ass. I just thought it was okay.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's why 5, like 4 can literally be cut from canon and it wouldn't affect, I don't think.
I mean, it was kind of weird to see the situation that everybody was in. Like, I don't like Woody's like a toy vigilante, and I don't know how or why, but I'm assuming that happens in 4.
yeah.
Yeah, it does. But like I said,
He's like trying to stop toys from killing themselves and shit.
like I said, yeah, I do also want to watch 5. Like I think that'll be a good one.
Watch it, bro. I mean, I'm a fucking Toy Story 1 and 2 glazer, so 1, 2, 5. Those are the ones I like.
I still think 3's good.
I don't think 3 is bad. I think it's bad that I don't remember anything about it other than the big emotional plot beat. Andy's going to college. But also, that's like the first 15 minutes of the movie in my head and like the last 15. So, like, what the fuck was the middle part of that movie?
Well, there was the whole fake out. They're almost all going to die to the point where, like, you know, people, or at least one person made a edit of it where they do just die and the movie ends, and they pretended like that's how that movie ended to their
Sick.
mom. And she's like, "That's not real. That can't be happening." And then the credits roll because they edited it, and she's just like, "Are you fucking kidding?"
That's gas, bro.
And they're all like,
We
"Yeah,
just
Mom,
ruined
that's
this
how it ends.
franchise
It's
for
the
you."
last one."
Okay, well, wait. Going back though, I guess like Robert, if you don't want to answer, if it's too personal, I guess you can cut it out. But like for your niece and nephew, don't they play with toys still, or no?
I'll be honest with you. Like I said, my nephew just went to Vegas for a tournament, and he literally wanted to take one of his stuffed animals, a little capybara he's got, and we had to be like, nah, because like they're going on a bus with a bunch of kids and all together and everything, and the odds of it getting lost were way too high. And I remember one of the phrases that was used was, "Do you think all these other kids are going to take their stuffed animals?" And I was
Damn,
just
bro.
like, damn. Yeah, I was like, damn.
Bro, he's like 7.
No, but it wasn't about that. Like he doesn't care. He'll take his toys. But it was literally like they went on a chartered van and everything. Like it would have gotten lost. So yeah.
All right. Okay, so what you're saying is though that I guess there is still things that he is using then, like in terms of like
Yeah. Homie will
not
play
all
with toys, but he is also addicted to tablets and phones
Yeah, don't like
and YouTube.
tablets fry your fucking kid's brain or something.
They just
Wasn't there like a
rewired
fucking
them.
study that like you're introducing too much overstimulation to your kid, so they have like a higher risk of like depression, anxiety, or bipolar or whatever?
I was about to say your dopamine receptors get like messed up, especially since, of course, right, you're forming like different neural pathways when you're growing up. And so with play, it can be good just because then you are, I guess, like having, I should say, like not normal, but I guess normal dopamine spikes because it's still something that's exciting. But like with videos, right, even if we just think of YouTube, that's exactly what it's designed for, to get you hooked onto different things. And so that's not good for kids. Like you really do have to monitor that. And it can really stunt growth with like creativity, problem solving. Like there's just like so much that's coming out about that. But on the flip side, there has been, depending on how you're using technology, like also some really good things. Like for one, right, they are going to be more tech savvy. there can be points where they could be more creative depending on how they're using their
Hard
creativity.
disagree. Zoomers are fucking stupid.
Well, on that
Do you know
note,
the average Zoomer doesn't know how to use a fucking computer? Because they only use their fucking phone? We are losing fucking tech literacy because a kid has no reason to try to figure out how to install mods on fucking Minecraft?
that's crazy. Really?
Yes, if I steal information from another podcast that's not this one and just leave them without asking them for evidence, correct?
Yeah, I'm sure
But
they're not like busy creating entire games in Roblox or anything, and those wouldn't require
those are made by
skills.
30-year-old men, bro. 40-year-old men.
I'm sure
Sometimes.
some of them are making games, bro. Even in Fortnite, some of those are like a 30-year-old didn't make this.
You think?
Then it
You hope.
fucking sucks ass. Like I would hope a 30-year-old can do better than that. I'm just saying, I don't think all hope is lost.
I think it's pretty cooked.
I think it's different tech, different skills, different mindset, but they're still doing stuff.
Disagree.
See, and that's
mean-
like crazy because I'm guessing, maybe not though. I don't know. But I wonder how they like dealt with things in COVID. Were they going to school during COVID times? Because I feel like that's another thing.
Didn't you also have to use your computer for that?
Exactly. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Well, and I've heard mixed reviews. Sometimes people actually did things and sometimes people didn't.
Can tell you. Overall, I think COVID was kind of bad for every fucking generation.
Yeah.
But Toy Story 5, pretty good. Make your kids play with toys. And then when you think they're old enough, buy them a Nintendo 64. Don't ever get them a phone. Don't ever get them anything that connects them to the internet.
All right. I have one last movie to talk about. See, I always sometimes I struggle talking about movies because I'm like, man, I don't want to spoil this. I don't want to do that. So I was like, what can I watch that I could just like dive in on? And I don't think I talked about this, but for the book club at one point, I might have talked to you guys individually about it. But we were reading I think it's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And so I was like, you know what? Why don't I watch a movie based on the person that this person is mostly based off of? And so I watched a movie that had Elizabeth Taylor in it. I watched Suddenly Last Summer, which is a movie that came out in 1959, I believe. And this movie is wild. Like, knowing that it came out in 1959 is what makes it even wilder. But the premise of this movie, Suddenly Last Summer, is there's this guy, he's a neurosurgeon, and he's working at a place that's shit. Like, they do not have the facilities to operate or do anything. The opening scene is him literally performing a lobotomy on someone just in a room that's falling apart, and even the lights that he's using to like operate are like going out. And so he's tired. He's like, "Fuck this! I don't want to work here anymore. If we can't afford like proper equipment, I'm going back to fucking Chicago or whatever." And the guy's like, "No, man, I got you. We're gonna make this work." And then he gets this. Someone's like, "Hey, there's this person. They want to talk to you." And he's like, "Well, who's this person? I don't know who that is." And they're like, "Oh, that's only like the richest person in this side of the fucking state or whatever. So you should go talk to her." He goes to this like lavish house and he meets this woman. And she's like, "Hey, yo, I have this niece and she's a bit disturbed. She's going crazy. You're a neurosurgeon that does lobotomies. I want you to do a lobotomy on her." And he's like, "Oh." And she's like, "Yeah, she unfortunately my son passed away. She was with him. She saw him die of a heart attack. And she went crazy after that. I'm gonna donate $1 million to your guys' place so that you guys can get this thing built you want to get built. I just need you to. I don't want her to suffer, and get like even crazier. So I need you to perform a lobotomy on her.
Okay.
And he's like, well,
So
yeah.
hold on. I'm sorry. I just like had to look this up because again, Elizabeth Taylor has a whole like bag thing, clothing, all of this other stuff. Like she's a
She's
pinnacle, right? Yeah,
she is.
she is
She is.
a bitch anyway. But respectfully. And I'm sorry, I just like had to look up the plot summary and I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, sorry, continue.
Okay, well, I actually wasn't gonna spoil it, but now I'm going to.
Well, I mean, okay.
Because I mean you already spoiled it for yourself.
I mean,
You absolutely did. I know you did. Like it's
What if I watch it?
yeah, and I was like,
you're not gonna watch it, Jake.
and it didn't tell me what happened at the end.
It's a black and white movie from the fucking 50s.
Didn't tell me what happened to the end.
I've watched a couple of those, you bitch.
Okay, well then maybe I won't spoil it. Don't look it up, Jake. This movie's fucking wild.
When's the last time I've spoiled myself on anything? Anytime I get spoiled on something, it's because the people I surround myself with can't keep their fucking mouth shut.
I think you mean Commentot, because no one else has spoiled anything.
You spoil shit for me?
You always
By,
say
like,
this. What is the last thing
giving
I
away
spoiled for you?
context clues? Attack on Titan.
This is the example you brought up from like 7 years ago.
Yes.
And the only thing I said was
I'm glad you've learned to listen now.
I literally said, "Oh, hey, that's your boy." 11 minutes before they mention him by name.
It's only a 30-minute episode, bro. You should have let me had it.
And also, like, I just recognized him when I saw him. I don't know why you didn't.
I'm not
he's
as
your
emotionally
boy.
intelligent as you are. All right, chill out.
There's also the spoiler Jake talks about. It's literally just they showed someone who was a little older than the last time Jake saw them, and Jake just didn't recognize who it was. And
Okay,
so
here's what you denied from me. Here's what you took from me. Had you not said that, I would have popped off the minute I realized it. I would have gone fucking crazy. You took that joy from me.
Also, like I said, like 11 minutes since they mentioned his name, but like 2 seconds after that, other people that you can absolutely recognize because their designs didn't change like at all are walking.
All I'm
right
saying
next to him,
is you took a.
What I'm saying is, if anyone said, "Oh, someone spoiled Attack on Titan for me," there is 30 things that they would think of, and then when you told them that that's what I did, they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? That wasn't a spoiler."
Look at what you took from me.
And anyways, that was 7 years ago. I haven't spoiled anything since.
Good.
So fuck you.
You know your fucking
say
place
the people
now.
around me.
Well, Brian also just doesn't give a shit about spoiling things because if she thinks the media is ass, she doesn't think it's worth consuming, and will just tell you the spoiler. Same with the commentant. If he thinks the piece of media is ass and not worth consuming, even if you would like it, he'll just tell you how it ends.
Okay.
Let me just tell you about A Carpenter's Son then, because anyway, no, continue though.
Anyway, the main plot line is she wants her niece lobotomized. This dude is like, "Hey, yo, but like, what do you mean she's crazy? Like, what's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, well, you know, at the institute that she was placed in, there was this old janitor, and she said that he assaulted her. But then when he was confronted, she was the one that was coming on to him. And when he rejected her, then she said, 'Oh, he assaulted me.' So yeah, she's crazy." And this guy is like, "Huh, well, you know, I kind of want to meet her, get like a second, get my own opinion about this person, see if she needs a lobotomy or whatever." And slowly, not even slowly, he starts to realize immediately that, hey, maybe something else is going on here. And she can't exactly remember what happened or how that lady's son died. And so it becomes this doctor is trying to get her to remember what happened and see if like the things she's saying are made up or not, or what's going on. And that is basically the premise of this movie. Like, what happened? Like, and I will say, since Stephanie already saw, the plot of this movie is already fucking wild. Like, if this came out today, it would be an understandable movie and it would be a little crazy. the fact that it came out in 1959 is absolutely insane. Like these subjects are taboo. They're straight taboo back in the day.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're talking about the same thing. I will say this. This is like the premise of a very popular book that was like, is it before or after that time? I'll have to look it up, but just throwing
Well,
it out.
it
It
was
wasn't
a
as good.
screenplay. It was a screenplay before it was a movie. So, like, did the screenplay steal it from someone else before 1957?
No. Okay, so actually this is like really interesting. So during that same time, so 3 years before that movie comes out, there is another piece of media that deals with very similar things that is very popular now, that is classic literature or whatever. And so it does seem like maybe that was a little bit influenced. So what I'm trying to say is that for one, terrible subject should never be a thing, but was not taboo. It was actually, I guess, I don't know, something that people
I'm
were
sure there
really
was
talking about in
people
media.
opposed to
Well,
lobotomies at the time,
that's not even
Oh
what it's about.
and
no.
also, assault
But
and
also,
stuff.
part of the marketing for this was these are powers and passions without precedent in motion pictures. So, like, yeah, maybe it was in a book, but like to put it in film was something
Wait,
else.
so do you see what happened?
Uh, so yes and no. Like the part you read, the very graphic part, no. Like you do, but you don't. You see enough that it's pretty fucking wild for the time. But also, even the thing before or the thing that caused the graphic thing to happen is was also taboo. Like keep in mind that like Psycho came out in 1960, and people were fucking going crazy about the fucking toilet being shown on motion pictures. So what I'm saying is like it was wild for this to be out then.
Provocative is what you're saying. Pushed the envelope.
I don't know if the word I'd use is provocative, but sure.
Well, what the fuck does provocative mean if not that?
I mean, okay, if you should watch this, it's on Tubi. That's where I watched it.
Sold.
I was also pissed because thank God I forgot her name. But yeah, Tubi's free. I just have to hear an ad every fucking couple of minutes about this lady that Trump endorses and is the only woman that he endorses in Washington State, and how I should vote for her.
She texted me.
That's crazy.
It's a campaign.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how she got my phone number, but I guess somebody put me on a Republican voters list.
I literally almost I literally almost was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm just gonna rent this movie so that I don't have to keep hearing this ad. But then I was like, oh, actually, I can just play Monopoly Go while I'm watching ads or not watching ads.
As you should.
I mean, the only other Elizabeth Taylor movie that I think I've seen is Taming of the Shrew. So, like, she is very fucking famous. She was Cleopatra and a bunch of other things. And like Stephanie said, she's still relevant today. Taylor Swift just wrote a song about her.
She was that girl, let me tell you.
But yeah, very, very interesting movie. Very
I mean, they
entertaining.
do sound thrilling.
Damn. I wish you did just like say what it was, because I'm just like, I feel like this would be very different. But at the same point,
We'll wait till Jake watches it.
You're gonna have to give me about 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
See, and I chose this movie specifically because I was like, oh yeah, it's a movie from the 1950s. I could just spoil it. I could just talk about how crazy this is. And now here I am.
You should have known better. Sorry, bro. It sounds like it's good.
It is.
Then why would I not want to consume it?
I was like, it's something.
My mom walked in on me watching it. She's like, what the fuck are you watching? This old people shit? And I was like, what do you mean? This movie
just don't get
great.
cinema.
And she's like, yeah, but it's in black and white. And I was like, I was literally just watching the Spider-Man Noir thing. And she's like, I don't know, it just looks old. And so I put on Spider-Man Noir and I was like, does this look old? Fucking 4K Nicolas Cage in beautiful, gorgeous black and white. She's like, yeah, it looks old. And I was like, okay. All right. Art is dead. It's fine.
Correct.
But yes, that's a movie I watched. Watched plenty of other movies and everything, but those are the ones I'm talking about. Been a long time. I watched a lot of the movies you guys watched last time. Like I watched the drama and Hoppers and all that, and we already talked about them. We've been there.
I mean, yeah, I also watched mid '90s, which I don't have a lot to say about, other than I thought it was pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Jonah Hill was a competent director. What do you think?
But all right, moving on to TV shows. Stephanie, what do you got?
How many TV shows do we all have?
You and I have two. Jake has one that he shares with us, and then you have more. So I'm guessing you're going to do some cutting.
Yeah. So then you basically have two for each.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep it to two then. And I guess, because I'm pretty sure I'll probably talk about one of them again, because I think they're gonna have like a season 3. So one new show that I watched was called Teach Them a Lesson. Have you guys seen it on the Netflix or anything like that? The
Nope.
top 10.
I have not, no.
Oh, that's fair. All right. So when it first came out, it was on the top 10. It is a K-drama. And this was just like wild. I don't even know how to describe it or to say what the heck was happening. But thinking about like your own high school experiences, do you feel like it was very wild? Do you feel like there was like some crazy shit that you saw your classmates doing?
Elaborate on wild.
I guess like in front of like teachers. Do you feel like there was a point where people were being like hella disrespectful or being like crazy with bullying, hazing, anything like that while a teacher is present, or something that a teacher finds out that maybe they shouldn't have and then they don't do anything with it?
My high school weight training class showered a sub.
I think I told you about to not use the bathrooms in my high school because what would happen to you?
I feel like you did, but now you're gonna have to
What?
fucking clarify, Jake.
Yeah, if you're taking a
Sounds a
shit,
lot.
if you're taking a shit in a stall at best, they're gonna take a bunch of paper towels, get them soapy, soak them in water, and then throw them over. Which is fine. That's not bad. If the stall is short, they might try to take your shoes or your pants while you're taking a shit. So I just never shit at high school. If you were pissing in the gym bathroom at the urinal before gym started, people would run up and drop kick you in the back so that you pissed all over your gym clothes.
Mm.
I think that was about it, really.
You know, just it. All right.
If you were going to get your ass beat, it was probably going to be in a bathroom. So I guess if you're worried about that, just don't go to the bathroom. I guess my school also did have heroin dealers, which now looking back on it was a little bit wild, but I guess it's not really bullying.
That's very wild.
Yeah, a guy in my gym class asked me if actually it all happened to Jim. Now I'm thinking about it. He asked me, "Hey man, do you think I'm a bad guy?" And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, because I sell heroin, but I'm not like telling them to take it." And I was like, "You do you, buddy."
Heroin in high school is pretty fucking wild.
We did have a heroin problem in my high school, which is kind of wild.
That. All right.
Kids don't know how good they have it with their fent.
And me, like I think I said this before, showering is just when while someone's like fully dressed, you would grab them, take them to the shower that was already running because people left it running, and then they would get their clothes wet. So now they either have to hang out in wet clothes all day for the rest of the class periods, or switch into their gym clothes that was all sweaty and gross because we had just finished.
Well, to be fair, the urinal kicks achieved the same thing.
And the other thing they would do is, and it was also to this same sub, it was only the sub, is some of the seniors would like just walk up to him butt naked and just stand really close to him and try and start asking questions, because we were all old enough to know how uncomfortable that would be for another adult person, but too young to be respectful, and just thought it was funny to put an adult in that awkward situation.
So what the heck happened? Like the sub just took it and was like,
what the fuck else are you supposed to do?
Yeah, the sub would, because they wouldn't ask dumb questions. They would like go up and be like, or they'd be like, "Oh, hey, I just want to let you know that, like, I really like when you sub for us. Like, you're doing a great job or whatever." But like, they're like, less than 10 inches away with them with their dick out, and like, yeah, he would just have to like be like, "Okay, well, thank you," and then go back to the class or to his little office. Like, what else? Yeah, what else are you supposed to do?
Yeah, to be fair, we bullied a couple subs into crying at my school.
It was in the locker room, so like everyone was changing. So it wasn't weird to be naked, but like they knew what they were doing. They were purposely being fucking little shits.
You mean you were also being?
I wouldn't do that. What the fuck?
Oh, okay. So you just like watched it all happen.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just sitting in the sidelines. I've only kicked a kid into a urinal once. That was it.
But also the move was definitely to have gym or weight training last period. That way you could
having it 0 hour was kind of ass cheeks, not gonna lie.
But yeah, that's what happened to tell us what happens in the teach them a lesson, I guess.
Well,
how many kids get kicked in the urinals?
Well, a lot. And it's just like really interesting that both of you brought up, I guess, like things that they talk about in the show. And so basically it's looking at like how in Korea, like a lot of teachers are facing like a lot of harassment from students and they don't have a lot of power to do anything. And they're having to deal with like annoying behaviors and now like almost criminal things going on. And then it does like show criminal things going on. And so the whole point of the show is for a section of the school board to implement corporal punishment to certain students. And it's not always like corporal punishment, but I guess it's like almost fighting fire with fire. And it is just like fucking insane. I'm just like, what the heck? But they like bring up like things that do go on, right? Like, so one of the things that like Jake even just pointing out, there are like students like selling drugs, right? To the point where it is impacting the students that go to that school. To where like basically they're going through withdrawals. So like the nurses are having to deal with that and they're like, hey, we don't know like what the heck is going on. So when these students are actively like withdrawing, they're also like acting up in class. And there are points where like a lot of the teachers are getting hazed. And what like starts this off, this isn't like a spoiler or anything. So one of the like main school board guys, like his daughter was a teacher. She ends up getting stabbed to death. And that's kind of like what kicks this off. And she didn't have anything that she could do. Same thing with like the student. They were like just going through a lot and they just did not care. And so the whole point of the show is to try to like change these things that are happening in these schools to make it, for one, like better for all students. And then for two, for teachers to not have to like kind of live in fear. And again, like you both highlighted, like what are teachers supposed to do or what are subs supposed to do? Like there isn't a whole lot of options that they do have, but like with this, they like went through different things that they could do. Not to say that they're like actively beating the shit out of students.
Nah, whip out the rulers. Let's go.
But there is a point where like, yeah, things get like just ridiculous. I'm just like, what the heck? So it's like comical.
Ever heard of a little movie called Battle Royale?
Never heard of it. Is anyone in Fortnite from there?
Sure you can find maybe the fucking cheater.
Wait, are you talking? Wait, who are you talking to?
I was being facetious.
The Japanese movie where they deal with shitty kids by literally putting them in an arena with bomb collars and making them kill each other.
Oh no, I get you. But wait, is that in Fortnite? Is that what you were talking about?
I was being facetious because Fortnite is very clearly derived from that.
Oh,
okay. Stephanie, have you not seen Battle Royale?
I have, but I was like, this is like different because you do have like teachers, and it, like I said, it's not like they're making students go against one another or making them go against teachers. It's more like what can you do in the classroom so that you do gain the respect of students, and I guess like making the classroom like safe again. Because like I said, it's just like crazy stuff. And this is just like an example of like not only does it go into like physical things, but I guess like even like I don't like the manipulation that students can do. So there is like one episode, I think it's like episode 2 or 3, where it like focuses on a girl that falsely accuses a teacher for doing things that didn't happen. And so she does this to multiple teachers and she doesn't face any backlash because people don't know, but she has a platform for like social media, right? So she has like she goes live I think on YouTube and I think on TikTok. And her parents help with like funding for the school and so they're able to go through like how fucking difficult that is because it's basically like your word against another person. And if you have somebody with a platform, like what does that look like? And then they're also a student. And also like in Korea, they have like different laws for minors. So it was just like crazy to think about. And then I'm like, I don't even know what going to like high school is like now in America. Like I cannot imagine. I was like, there probably is like fentanyl problems because they also talk about that. And there probably is like some crazy like hazing stuff that goes on. And like, what do you do?
Beat him, put him in the cage, throw him in the octagon.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know, but like, I guess for well, maybe we can cut this out too, because I was gonna be like, but like Jake, for your experience, like with that heroin dealer, like, did any of your friends try heroin because of him?
No, but I knew a couple people on heroin, but you know, I was kind of a square, so I didn't associate with them. And I was like, where the fuck do they even get it?
And then you saw that guy.
And then like that guy, then that guy literally apparently was just fucking. I had a locker right next to him in gym class the whole time, and I was like, I don't know why you'd give this information out freely. I don't really want to get shot or stabbed at school, so I'm just gonna keep my fucking mouth shut. But like, why would you ever bring this up to somebody you don't know?
No, that's fair. And I guess like another thing that does come up in the show is, of course, right, like in a lot of different countries, academics is like really big. I still feel like in America that can be, but it's like way different. So there's a point where like parents are actually giving their kids basically like unfiltered Adderall and it does have like another substance in it. And so all of their kids are getting like addicted. And again, these
Oh
are supposed
hell
to be like
yeah,
really good
brother! Let's get the
kids.
kids on peptides. Hit them with the fucking Addy.
Let me tell you. And right, it
Robert,
like
cut that.
fucks with
I need you to cut that.
It's
That's
just
staying in.
that's gonna be the title of the episode. Anyway, but
Sending that to
the
your next employer.
Do
You can
not.
get me as a reference.
I guess the point of this is to say it was just like wild to see. It was interesting, it was funny, it was also like really freaking sad. And I thought it was good. Overall, good K-drama. You'll be entertained watching it. Who's next?
Okay, so that was Teach Them a Lesson. Were you going to talk about any other one, or are you just talking about the one that we have in the two we have in common, Stephanie?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just go. Just go.
Okay, well, then I will talk about the final season of The Bear. So The Bear just ended. Show that I've spoken very highly of. God damn, like, you know, in a time where I was like, everything around me is fucking ending terribly, and I hate how everything ends. The Bear fucking pulls it off with 5 seconds on the clock. They timer runs out, and they're like, I don't see that our time's up. Let's keep it going, and they fucking pulled it off. A great finale that ties shit up, and it's very nice. It's very nice to see. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's still fucking anxiety inducing. Like it's still The Bear. Like I'm not gonna say it's a good time, but then at the end of it, the finale does seem satisfying. And I don't know, I just like throughout the whole series they've paid homage to other cooking movies, and they have a pretty cute one in this one. They they wrap up all the arcs of every character without they don't give the fans everything they want. Stephanie could tell you, but they do a pretty damn good job of addressing everything. It is more of the same. It's more of The Bear, but it works. Stephanie, what did you think of this last season?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I was like, most definitely. I am happy with the way that it ended. I just wish that it ended a little bit differently in terms of like ships, but it's okay. It's all right. We're here. It's even better, I guess. It's a third thing. So
Yeah, and
here
then
we
it
are.
is hard to talk about it without like spoiling things because I mean you're wrapping up an entire show, but the whole show is about dealing with grief, and Stephanie pointed out that like this last season addresses a different type of grief than what the show has been mainly dealing with for the majority of the other seasons, and I do think that's pretty cool too. Um, it this season does if the rest of it is dealing with grief and all of those things of it, this last season does feel like a healing arc that gets you where you need to be. So I would say it does end on a very hopeful note, and it was a great journey. And also I'm glad that they like didn't drag it out for like ever. Like 5 seasons is also a lot, but like they ended it and it ended well. I'm so fucking relieved and happy that that happened for something that I'm consuming. If you haven't watched The Bear, it's all out. It's all done. It's a good time to watch it, I guess.
I think also just like last thing about this, for one, most definitely go watch it. And I think it can be like very healing. But I guess there was like a whole nother you're probably gonna know this. I didn't. I guess have you all seen like The Princess Bride?
Yes, I do know about Rob and the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
I thought
seen it.
that was
Well, yeah,
Did
did
you
you
say
hear
Princess
about?
Bride?
Yeah,
What about it?
I mean, have you heard about Rob Reiner?
No.
He was murdered by his son,
Damn.
and he was in the last season of The Bear. And they pay an homage to him, and specifically the Princess Bride in
Damn.
this last season. And it's sad because he's got killed by his son.
um that's just oh man. But also I guess like to still like include that. And for again, right, that to also be like another grief thing. Like that's like crazy. Like literally the freaking depth of this onion keeps on going. Like it is bananas for this last season. And I think that's really cool and a really good use of how like media can really like change things and it can really like help a lot with like moving through emotions. So it was beautiful.
No, yeah, that whole show as a whole, all 5 seasons is a masterpiece. Like it's solid as fuck, and that's why I'm glad that they managed to wrap it all up in a nice tight little box that like will always be there. I guess. I mean, Stephanie, do you have another one you want to talk about before we get to the one we've all watched?
No, I don't.
Well, then I guess Jake, it's not exactly fitting that you're the one to start it off, but why don't you talk about what you watched?
I don't want to. The show fucking sucks.
I mean, I guess I could start it off then. Probably my favorite show that I've seen in a long fucking time, and I'm making everyone and anyone I can watch it, is Widow's Bay. Widow's Bay is a dark comedy horror show.
I would just say it's just a horror show that sometimes tells jokes.
I feel like, I mean, comedy is a huge part of it, though. It's a
Yeah,
huge
but I don't
part of its
laugh every
identity.
episode.
I did. I think every episode has at least one really good joke.
Yeah, but does that make something a comedy?
I feel like not saying, oh, okay, so for example, The Bear gets classified under comedy when I don't think it is. It's drama. It doesn't even have jokes. In fact, they made a meta joke about it in the last season. Literally, someone said, "This isn't funny." I don't think that, like, if you were to classify Widow's Bay, I do think comedy is a core part of it because it's not just horror. Someone who only likes horror and doesn't like comedies would probably be turned off by Widow's Bay.
I don't know.
Like, I think some people might. Like, they might be like, "Get this funny shit out of my horror show." which are some of the parts that I think are the best
horror
part of
is
it.
intrinsically funny, though.
I mean, I guess.
Any horror I have liked has made me laugh at least a little bit. Like, I think Caveat is really fucking funny. There are zero jokes in that fucking movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and there are jokes in this, though.
Whatever, semantics aside, what did you think about this show, Robert?
Like I said, I love this show. It is a love letter to horror in general. It pays homages to a lot of different horror things, even like small things. Like the hotel episode is clearly like referencing 1408. There's a whole episode that's dedicated to like a slasher, specifically like Halloween, Jason, and all that. But like this show genuinely loves horror and like pays tribute to it, but it's also like its own thing. It's hard to do TV show horror. Like movies, you get in, you get out, it works. When they want to do something longer, it becomes a franchise, and it's like, okay, we have multiple movies. But to do a show and have like each individual episode be like entertaining enough while having an overarching story can sometimes be hard, and I feel like this show pulls it off really well. The acting's amazing. Matthew Rhys or Rise, I don't know how you say his name. His facial like acting, all his mannerisms and everything are fucking gold. Like, I guess to set the tone. The basic premise of the show is there's a guy, he's the mayor of this little coastal island that's far away enough from everything else that it doesn't get a lot of people going in there. And so he wants it to become like a tourist destination. This place doesn't even fucking have Wi-Fi when it's convenient to the plot. So it's a town or an island that fucking sucks. It needs a lot of money to fix things. And this mayor's like, all right, we're going to bring tourism in big time. And we're going to make this place the tourism hotspot. Because this place sucks and I want to make it better. But a lot of the locals of the island think that this place is cursed and keep telling him that he needs to quit his shit because he's just going to cause more trouble for people that come in and for the people that already live there. And yeah, like I said, I don't want to spoil it just in case anyone wants to watch it, but I will put a little warning in here for a specific viewer. Michaela, you probably shouldn't watch the show. Jake can attest to that.
I mean, I don't think it's bad. Like, I do think the mystery of the island and figuring shit out about it is interesting and well written. And the handful of jokes that I laughed at are very good. I just don't like it when something leaves a sour taste in my mouth upon finishing it.
See, and I didn't have that experience. I'm just like, I want more. Stephanie, what did you think of this show?
So dang, I feel like I like took this way differently because when you were like horror fans aren't gonna like this, now I'm like maybe I got this wrong, but throwing this out there, saw a TikTok, was like a little bit like, wait, oh damn. So there was a point where I guess like with Widow's Bay, they were getting it's like different writers or different like even horror critics to talk about just Widow's Bay and how they felt about it. And Stephen King was actually one of them. And Stephen King is basically like how you felt about Obsession. He was just like, I feel like it's very mid. Didn't say that exactly in quotation marks, right? But I guess like it was like a whole thing that was going on and going around like TikTok. And so there's actually a point, I guess, with like Widow's Bay, they actually do have like, I don't know, like make a homage to like Stephen King because a lot of his stuff is referenced. So I guess like Carrie referenced The Shining. That's what I actually thought the hotel scene was. And I think there are like a few others, like The Mist and something else too was like mentioned. And so I do feel like if you are a horror fan, you will like it because there are a lot of these tropes that are there. I do feel like though, if you don't like when horror and comedy are like blended, maybe it's not for you. But I do feel like you will still get freaked out with some of these things. And if you like folklore, also another thing that is like mentioned in Widow's Bay, and they do really good, I feel like. So I really enjoyed it. I liked it. I feel like it does have like a lot of like good horror elements that for one you're used to, and I feel like they do new things. And even like I don't know, like trendier things too. So I'm just like it was good stuff.
Yeah, and I don't mean that like horror fans won't like it. I do mean like horror snobs, like people that don't like it being mixed. Like they think horror should be one thing and one thing only. And like that's what I'm saying. Like they might be turned off by like the comedy bits. They're the type of people that would be like, oh, movies like Slither and Weapons. Even Weapons, I think they might be more into because it is funny, but it's still got a lot less
Weapons
like
is
this
kind of
show.
fucking stupid,
Yeah,
but I like
like
that it's kind of fucking stupid.
and so that's what I mean by that. But yeah, I did hear that Stephen King was like very off put about the show, and he tried to say that like, oh, but what is it? The Welcome to Derry is better or something.
That's fucking crazy. That
And
show fucking sucks.
I don't think it sucks, but I only watched like an episode or two.
I liked Welcome to Derry. I just think that they're very different. Like you wouldn't like both of these things can still be good. And like I said, he
Yeah,
did say it was good. He just wasn't like, oh, this is a masterpiece, as like some other people were saying.
yeah, and like I said, I really like Widow's Bay, and I do think that it has its own identity. Like it's it's just a specific humor that I really enjoy, and I do think it's funny because like I was watching this with Jake, and then and I saw you watch it. I saw my sister and Kai watch it, and it's like different people laugh at different things. One of the first things that made me laugh, like where I was like, "That's pretty good," is when he's like looking at the calendar, the wolf calendar, and then 1 month is just a fucking car wreck. I thought that was funny, but also like it is setting up like the fucking theme of this. And then like I didn't see anyone else think that was funny, and I was like, all right, cool, that's fine. I thought it was a pretty good bit, and there's also like I remember one scene that Jake laughed at out loud, and I was like, yeah, that was funny, but I thought other things were funnier, and that they didn't get a reaction from Jake, and so I was like, okay, so it's got a lot of different little pieces, and it is set up really well for like episode to episode thing, specifically with like how that last season ended. There's at least like three things that were mentioned where I'm like, oh man, that's going to be an episode, and I can't wait. So I am excited for more.
Pretty good. Ending of the first season made me very sad, and I don't want to watch it anymore.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, is that it for TV shows then? Or do you have anything else you want to say about it, Stephanie?
No, I don't think so.
Then I guess that's it for TV shows. All right. What else you got, Stephanie? Looks like you did some
Does
reading.
nobody else have anything?
Not reading, but I do have something else.
All
Really?
right.
I mean, I guess I read The Alchemist, which Robert told me was a dog shit book. My sister told me it was a dog shit book. And I read it and I thought it was fine.
Yeah, wait a
That was
minute.
about it.
Do you guys not like that book?
No,
I think it's I think it's
I've told you
perfectly
about
fine.
this before.
Like, I don't think it's fucking anything mind blowing, but I feel like if you're at a crossroads in your life, or if it's a lesson you haven't learned yet, it's not like bad. It's like a cute little fable type deal. But Robert told me this is one of the worst pieces of media he's ever read, so I was kind of expecting to just be mad and think it was dog shit the whole time.
I don't think I said it's the worst piece of media.
Also,
I just said I don't like it.
he didn't remember how it ended, so it might have just been Robert's brain being fucking stupid. Because he's like, hey, doesn't it end like this? And I was like, no, that's not how it ends at all. And he's like, oh.
I mean, damn. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought that you would like this book, Robert. Like, damn. Wow.
So did my brother.
It's all right. And it's been okay. So I'll throw this out there. It's been a while since I've like read this book,
All right,
and there
we'll
are
cut this.
points.
We'll cut this. How did it end?
See, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so hold on. I want to make sure that
No,
I
because I think
got.
I remember how it ended, and I just got called stupid for it. So I want to hear what you remember it ending.
I was like, hold on, let me make sure that I even
No,
remember
no,
the
no,
fucking right
don't look
book.
anything up. No, don't look anything up. Let's hear how it ended.
No, okay, so I want to make sure that for one, like I said, I'm not looking anything up. I just want to make sure that like I remember it right. This is about like basically a shepherd, right? And it's
Yes,
all about like creating his own like personal legacy and legend and like basically it's
correct.
almost like a self-help book.
Correct.
Robert, is that also what you remember
Yeah,
or
yes. I called it basically The Secret, and I don't like it.
I feel like The Secret isn't that like
As I said, if this was delivered as not a fable, it probably would have pissed me off. But because it feels like its own little fairy tale, I'm like, yeah, this is fine.
okay, so if we're going through this, right? And like I said, it's been a while since I've read this, but I thought like he embarks on this journey, right, to like find fucking treasure or something like that, and then he finds the treasure under a tree, something
Where does he
Yep,
find the treasure?
in Spain, under a tree in Spain.
correct. Congrats, you remember the book. Robert was like, yeah, wasn't it like the treasure like the friends we made along the way or some stupid shit?
No,
And I was
I
like, no,
said the
he
treasure
finds
was
it.
back home the whole time, like where he started at. That's what I said.
Okay, what I thought you said was the treasure was actually home.
Yes, because it was at home. It was where he left.
Not like, oh, your literal treasure is home. Not like home is my treasure.
No, it was literally where he started.
Yeah, correct.
That's what I fucking said.
No, talk that's fine.
Okay, so I'm confused. Is it because it's like it almost references like manifestation, or are we talking about something else that's not related to The Secret? Or I'm sorry, I'm just I'm trying to understand.
Uh, wait, why I didn't like it?
Yeah, because you said it was like The Secret, and I was like, oh, because like kind of like the manifestation thing, or like what?
It just felt like I don't know. And like I told Jake, maybe it's because I read The Thin Executioner by Darren Shan. I don't know if you ever actually read that book. I did buy it for you a long time ago.
Yeah, I still have it. I never read it though.
Okay. That to me was because they're not the same story, but they're very similar. And I just remember thinking like, wow, that book was way fucking better. Like it's given the same lesson, but like it did a way more interesting way of going about it. And I don't know, I just didn't like it. Like everyone that talked to me about this book didn't say, "Oh, it's fine," like how Jake's saying. They were like, "This book will change your life. This book's so fucking amazing. It's so good."
That's it. I think
And
if you are somebody who is lost or has not learned this lesson yet or doesn't really know what to do with themselves, yeah, I think this can be one of those pieces of media. But also, Persona has the same fucking moral and lesson, essentially. And I played fucking 5 of those goddamn games.
and also this was like because I just started reading again like last year, the year before that. But this was like when I was like reading all the fucking time. And so like I read that and I was like, this is this Bible to you, and like my first thought was like, do you just not read? And this is a book that you read, and so now this is like your idea of like books. So I was just like, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't hate on people that like it. I just me personally, I was just like, oh, I don't like this.
That's it. If he did not find his treasure at the end, I would probably not like the book, because then it would have just been a fucking preachy, retarded self help thing.
I mean, it still kind of is.
I mean, yeah, but there is a story. I do think the romance story in it is cute. Sorry.
And that's fine.
I think it is sweet that homie fucking. And not only is he's like, I'm coming back, but that she's like, I'm gonna wait. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I like that shit too. I ain't gonna lie.
she's if she's a real one, she won't stop you from chasing your dreams, bro.
Yeah, damn. I learned something new. I never knew that you didn't really like this book. And I will throw this out there. So I think the first time that I read this, it was required reading for one of my classes in high school. And so feel like way different vibe if I were to read it now. But I still feel like I would get something out of it. I'd be like, yeah, this was pretty okay. I wouldn't say, well, I don't know. Now that I think about it, no, I feel like it's still good. And I feel like it teaches you different things and like real ones from the fake ones. I don't know. But now I know. Don't bring this up in front of Robert. Or I guess
No, I'm saying like y'all can bring it up.
He'll
Like
put a
I
hole in
don't
you.
care.
He'll fucking. You'll get a fucking 9 to the chest if you talk to Robert about this fucking book.
Like I said, I just didn't think it was anything special.
I mean, as I said, I think like the main problem is like I think this book might be special to people that like haven't analyzed media on a deeper level or made it like analogous to their own life. Like it's probably baby's first life-changing piece of media, but I mean, is there something wrong with that?
There's not. But like, I guess
I thought the romance subplot was fine. I thought it was a cute little adventure. Thought it was fine.
And like that's fine. Okay.
Damn. Okay then. Well, now I know. Very nice. The Alchemist.
I was like, what did you read, Stephanie? You're like, I actually read The Alchemist too. Full Metal No Alchemist.
I'm still just like
fucking ass.
Wait, is it my turn now? I'm still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about your book before I derailed this whole fucking podcast.
All right then. So this is like the first time I feel like that I've actually talked about like a backlog thing. So a manual that I recently read, which I guess has a cult following, which I did not know, is called Dreaming Freedom. And this is probably one of the most things that I'm embarrassed to say that I've read, because I've read it in its entirety. And I guess with the male lead of this manual, he has been claimed like the most toxic male lead out of them all, I guess, with it like being completed, which I was just like so surprised. And I'm like, okay, here we are. And if I'm being honest with you, the whole story, I'm like, why did I read so much of this? This is crazy. Basically, female lead, male lead, they can both lucid dream. She's going through a lot in school. One of her like best friends from like middle school is now like bullying her in high school. And it's like atrocious bullying, like the whole 9 yards, from like fucking up her desk, like spray painting it, all of this stuff, taking gym clothes, basically, yeah, throwing things over.
Did she rip her fucking shoes off while she was taking a piss?
Pretty much.
Steal her fucking pants?
Maybe gave her heroin, I don't know.
Damn.
But I guess like with this, right, like really terrible. And she ends up like reading articles about how to lucid dream, and then she finally like basically learns it and is then like torturing her school bully through her dreams. And then there's a point where she meets the male lead where he can actually do anything. Like he can go into other people's dreams and like fuck them up for real. So he's like, hey, I'll help you. And she's like, nah, I'm cool. And then all of a sudden, the school bully pushes her to a point where she's like, okay, I need your help. And then she thought like this dude was like full of shit, and then finds out that like, no, he can do these things because he's been like lucid dreaming for a really long time, and he's actually been in a coma. And there's just like so much to this manual where I'm like, what the hell? Basically, it turns into like a toxic love thing and a proximity thing. And it's supposed to be them figuring out like how to love one another. And of course, as I just like even explained in the beginning, like they're going through some shit. They need to figure out that shit before they could even be in a healthy relationship. And it's actually like talked about in the manual. And so that's why he's kind of like dubbed the most toxic. And there are points where he does do like some controlling things. She does the same thing though. And then they have to learn how to unlearn these things. And it's just like bananas. There's so much more that happens in this, but I was just like, I have gone so long without knowing that this exists. And then when I finally read it, and then I find out that this male lead has a cult following, it's crazy. Crazy to me.
This sounds like the plot of Sex Criminals.
I mean, I'll say this, there's way more that I did not touch on that happens. This is just again just the summary of different things that happened in this memoir.
Have you read Sex Criminals?
I think I have, maybe.
The one where like they stop time when they nut.
Yeah, because you had talked about this before, right? On
I
the
might have
podcast?
talked to you about it in person before. I don't think I've ever brought it up on this podcast. But Sex Criminals is a fucking story about this girl who like stops time when she busts, and then she hooks up with the guy at a party, and then they bust, and then they realize, oh, they're in the fucking time stop zone together, and then they do crime.
We did
And
talk
it's actually
about this.
a book about anxiety instead of crime and handling your issues in a better way other than doing crime. Continue about this manual about busting.
Let me tell you.
Sorry,
Well,
dreaming.
I was like both, honestly. But yeah, I think you did tell us about this. Maybe it wasn't on the podcast then, but I do remember you bringing this up. And so it is a little bit similar. I would just say that there is some really heinous stuff that happens in this manual where I'm like, oh, this is why he's dubbed the most toxic male lead. So interesting thing. Glad that I at least know what the hype was about it. And yeah,
Very nice. Very nice. So would you recommend?
no, I wouldn't. I would say that like this is one of those where I'm just like, I even like I said, I feel embarrassed just talking about that I read this.
I
And
was like, okay, this premise doesn't sound too bad. This is interesting. Don't read this shit. This shit is ass. Poop from a butt.
I feel like you got to be into it. If you ain't into it, then it's not going to be your thing. And it is
Okay.
crazy because like they're encouraging like not the best relationship behaviors. So I could not imagine reading this as like a high schooler and being like, damn, this is what I want my relationship to be like, where I'm like, this dude's like literally a serial killer. Like what? Like, hold on, wait a minute. But anyway, so here we
I heard it
be.
here first. Just read Sex Criminals instead.
Perhaps. I guess he does learn though. And technically, I guess he doesn't necessarily kill anyone. Put that in quotation marks. So anyway,
Not necessarily.
if you're
Not
into
per se, just a little bit of homicide,
I was about to be
manslaughter,
like,
if
you
you
know,
will.
just depends, right? Like anyway, but if you're into, I guess like kind of like toxic love, read it. Don't tell your friends about it. Keep it to yourself. And if you're like, oh, I really want to like share my love for this, there are Facebook groups, TikTok groups, I guess, and there are also like Instagram groups. Just
Community was a mistake.
There is a fandom.
Most definitely.
Fandom was
There's
also a
probably a
mistake.
Discord. All right,
Well-
Robert, you're next.
I was like, do you have another manhwa or more literature?
I have like one more.
Actually,
Okay.
this reminds me of toaster fucker theory. Stephanie, have you heard of toaster fucker theory?
Excuse me. What?
So it tells me
I
you
have
haven't
not.
heard of toaster fucker theory. So toaster fucker theory is the thought that pre-internet, if you had the thought, I'm really attracted to toasters, I want to fuck a toaster, and you told your friends about it, they'd be like, yeah, that's weird. You're weird. Don't do that. And you'd be like, okay, and then you get over it. But now that the internet exists and you can find a community for anything, you can search toaster fucking on the internet and talk to thousands of people about toaster fucking, which will send you deeper down the toaster fucking rabbit hole.
The
And it sounds like reading this manhwa is the equivalent of fucking a toaster
Okay, is the
and
theory
engaging in the
saying-
community.
So you're saying that there isn't a large community for this? It just feels like that, or
No, you're telling me there's a fucking community for this. What the fuck? Why would there be a community over this weird ass manga that you said nobody should read? Manhwa, whatever.
yeah. I will say this, right? Like this is like a kink also, so I'm like, it makes sense. I didn't know that until like I went into this and I was like, oh wait a minute, this is like a genre of things people are wanting. So anyway, I was like, this makes a lot more sense.
interesting.
Well, Rob, what did you read, bud?
Well, no, like I said, mine's a YouTube video. So Stephanie,
Oh.
why don't you give us your last reading thing?
Oh, I guess like throwing this back to the last one we just talked about, there is no not safe for work content. I don't think. But then I read this on Webtoon, so I was like, maybe. Maybe it is like Tears of a Withered Flower.
Yeah,
No?
apparently there's a lot of hard fucking that I missed out on in that comic.
Hey,
So
look, if you tell me to consume something, I'm gonna consume it the right, unadulterated way. All right.
the raw way, just anyway. But with this one though, there's only like I think I don't know, like 3 or 4 suggestive scenes, and I don't think they actually show anything. At least it doesn't look like it. But maybe there is an uncensored version. I don't know. But it's not like every single chapter, and
We
it's
call
not a
that the
whole chapter.
original.
Anyway, we'll come back to this at a later time. So I did read a lot of other like backlog things too, but I'll just like pick one out of the other ones, and then one of them I probably will talk about again because I think it's gonna get a season 2. But one that I read was called The Guy Upstairs, and this one is like one of my first manhwas that will never finish. So I was like, what the heck? So this is for free on Webtoon. Like you can read the whole thing that they have out. I think they only went through like one season of this. And I was like really surprised. Like this also, a lot of people have read, did not realize, but it is like older. And of course, like since it never got like a season 2, like there are still people that are hoping that I guess like the artist will come back and actually finish it. Doesn't seem like they ever will. But it is a horror manhwa, and it actually like takes place in Malaysia, which is just like bananas to me. Like I learned so much about just like different things that happen in like Malaysia, or like I guess certain like cultural contexts that you wouldn't necessarily think about for like I don't know, like America, but even like thinking about like even K-drama stuff or even just like mangas as well, like Japanese culture. So I was like, wow, this was like really cool to read. But horror manga goes through like I guess this guy that lives upstairs above a college student, and he's a serial killer, and she actually sees him kill somebody. This happens literally like in the first 2 episodes, and it's her trying to convince other people that like, hey, I saw this. But he's such like a stand-up guy and such like a good citizen that people don't believe her. They're like, hey, like you hit your head, or hey, like this didn't actually happen. Like no, he's like, good. If you really feel like this happened, you need solid evidence. And then the whole thing is about her trying to collect evidence and trying to keep people safe. And it just like sucks though because the last episode is a cliffhanger. And then you get so like with different either like mangas or manhwas, you can get like an afterword at the end of like either a volume or a chapter, whatever. There's one of those, and basically like the artist is basically saying like, hey, they're not going to really renew this, and I don't really want them to either because I'm like kind of done with the story. Like it's just very depressing to keep writing and to keep like drawing these things. So hopefully the next project that I'm on is like more upbeat. And I was just like, but we're never gonna find out what happens. So
Congrats, you wrote. I mean, nah, maybe he should have just Chainsaw Manned it. Just fucking finish it because he's done with it.
dang, well, yeah. Honestly, I feel like it still, for one, people still read it and doesn't have as big of a cult following just because, of course, the male lead is not like dreaming freedom, but that's okay. And it's just so much stuff, so much toxicity too, but some good friendship stuff there where it's like, oh, okay, then if you're ever like, hey, I think somebody's trying to kill somebody, have some good friends around you. That's what's gonna get you through it. But anyway, interesting thing. First one that's not completed. So I was a little bit disappointed.
So the key to a good manhwa is just toxicity.
Don't finish it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I've also read like upbeat manhwas too. And I mean,
Robert?
technically,
Go ahead.
oh, Dreaming Freedom does have a happy ending. So
Robert, would Chainsaw Man be better if it was just never finished?
I now have an appreciation for things that just don't finish over doing what Chainsaw Man did.
Damn.
are we past the phase of like denial? Are you like this is the end, or
Yeah, denial, acceptance, bargaining.
It's not denial. It's like I said, he literally like
Yeah, it's acceptance.
Once you read it, you can be like,
good.
okay, if he ever wants to pick it up, he does have where he could do it. But like, if he's just done with it and wanted to end like that, then that's that. And like it was something that probably burned him out. And then, like I said, with all the fame of everything, like it was probably too much. But maybe like, years down the line, he'll be like, hey, I can do this again. Shit, nothing else is paying the bills. You know what time it is? Even though I don't think so. I think he's gonna make plenty of money off.
I think he has infinite money forever now.
Yeah. So yeah. But yes, I would very much prefer if Chainsaw Man had ended by not ending one chapter before the last chapter, I would have been like, oh shit. Okay, it would have literally been the Toy Story 2. Tune in next time.
But I mean, Toy Story 2 ends. It's just over.
Jake, do you not remember Toy Story 2?
No.
Sir, I love that movie.
I did love that movie.
It's literally a meme. You know the TV
Remember
show
when they're watching TV and shit? Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, all right, put on the next episode. And he's like, there is no next episode. That was it. They canceled the show. Like that's what they should have done. All right, man. The last thing I was going to talk about just real quick because I think it's crazy that I was just under a rock for this. Stephanie, do you know who hbomberguy is? The YouTuber.
Holy shit! Who cares?
Should I know?
Well, I didn't know, but I guess Jake doesn't give a shit. But even though he literally said, yeah, he's good.
Well, what I'm saying is like that's like shouting out Mr. Beast. Like, hey guys, I don't know if you've heard of this guy, but he makes some pretty interesting stuff.
Okay, well, I didn't know. That's why I asked Stephanie if
y'all ever heard of this PewDiePie guy?
So apparently you should know him because you know PewDiePie and you know Mr. Beast. So do you know hbomberguy, Stephanie?
I'm gonna be honest with you. There are only like a few YouTubers that I know, so probably not.
I also didn't know who this was. Like I had no idea this dude existed, and Jake did, but he never mentioned him. I guess.
Well, yeah, because why would I send you a leftist fucking video essay?
I mean,
wait.
His other video essays I've seen, he's got on video games. He's got New Vegas. He's got Bloodborne, which I haven't seen yet, and I will. But anyway, point is, watch this video, and I only watched it because I saw that people were like, "Man, I wish I could get back. I could go back to like hearing this line drop for the first time." And it was I already forgot his fucking name. Jake, what's the name of the guy?
Blue Internet Historian.
No, the main guy, I guess. James Somerton, was that it?
No, yeah.
Apparently they're like, I wish I could go back to hearing that line drop. This video is about James Somerton. And I also had no idea who the fuck that was. But like I went to that video and then like the first comment is like people say it's the most replayable video of all time. So I was like, all right, I'll watch this over 3.5 hour video. And I like it because it's split up into little chapters or parts. So like I watched this over the course of like 3 or 4 days. Because obviously I'm not going to sit and watch. I don't have the time to watch a 4-hour video in one go. But the video I watched was Plagiarism and YouTube. And it's just a video essay about, I guess, this guy, James Somerton, who fucking plagiarized the shit out of so many fucking people. And the reason it was like, I guess, super bad is because he was stealing from smaller LGBTQ creators. And I guess he was like one of the biggest LGBTQ creators at the time when this video dropped. So it probably would have been crazy to like find this out in time when it happened because this happened like 2 years ago, I think. But like I said, the video split into parts. And the first half of the video is this guy just talking about these other YouTubers that plagiarized people. And it's basically him introducing like, oh, hey, this is why plagiarism is bad. This is why people do it. Surprise, the answer is for money. And then halfway through the video, he's like, here's the plot twist you've been expecting. This video is about James Somerton. And then he talks about this guy who apparently was super huge. I also didn't know who he was. Never heard of him. But he was really big and was doing a lot of big things. And then it came out that he was just plagiarizing everything and was kind of a shit person. And it's a really good video. I really enjoyed it. And so, Jake, since you've seen him, do his videos usually have a plot twist or like a twist thing in them?
I mean, there's usually a point. Like, there's a thesis. And his thesis was, why does everybody on YouTube keep stealing shit?
Yeah.
Yes, if you were around any drama channel at all, or anybody drama adjacent, like I'm pretty sure even fucking Charlie talked about it.
He did. I found out
This thing was
after the
fucking
fact.
huge. That's why I'm surprised it took you this long to like find this video.
Yeah, and like I said, this guy he does his fucking homework for his videos, so it's very good investigative journalism, which I really enjoyed. So I don't know, thought it was a really good video, and I thought maybe other people might also not know Jake, like I didn't, like Stephanie doesn't, and I was like, this was very entertaining. I'm gonna watch more of his other videos, and also it was like 4 hours that I consumed this media, so I was like, I'm gonna talk about it.
Okay, wait. So
I mean, his Vegas video is quite good too.
I guess it's just like something you have to experience then, because I'm like, so then he talked about for 3 hours why people are copying one another,
No, he's basically like
or
talking about YouTube in general. And he's like, yeah, I've been out the game a while, so I wanted to see what the fuck everybody was up to, what like who's popular on the space. And then he just started looking into all these popular YouTubers, and they all plagiarize their shit.
oh fuck.
He outed like
I guess at the same point. Oh no, continue.
I was just gonna say he outed like 3 huge YouTubers.
Who are they?
Well, I mean, Illuminati got caught beforehand. So did James Somerton, I think.
I thought he was the one that well, they were caught by smaller people though, and it went under the radar.
Yes.
And then he brought it out. I guess Illuminati or whatever was one of them. Internet Historian was another one, which I was the only one I knew, and I only knew him because of Jake. And I didn't know him for those videos. Like I knew him from a different channel, I think. And then I also didn't know that James Somerton guy. But yeah. So
Okay,
it's just
and so he goes through like all of the facts in that video and is like, oh yes, this is where like these small creators were doing this, and this guy took it.
yeah, but it's also kind of wild because they didn't just steal from small creators. Like some of them straight up copied from like other documentaries, like word for word, everything.
Yeah, so the
And
Internet
pretended like it
Historian
was their
drama
own.
is he basically plagiarized an article word for word, but he turned it into like a mockumentary type video.
And then this other person was just like they took it they literally took an entire documentary, and then they even showed the same clips, but they would like flip it so that YouTube wouldn't catch the, because like even when I upload these, like it checks for copyright if it hears anything that's similar. But like if I were to have video, it also checks against video. So like Illuminati or whatever would add a filter to make it look different. Sometimes they would add like the widescreen bars, and they would like flip the picture and they would go through all these steps to like not get caught.
Yeah, so it wasn't like accidental plagiarism. It's basically the point. Is had to know exactly what the fuck she was doing.
Oh.
And they took a lot of like it took a lot of effort to try and hide the fact that they were plagiarizing. And then like it also has like their reactions to kind of getting caught and everything with like it's got all the receipts, like text messages, like emails, like different people accusing and everything. So it's like very entertaining, very interesting, and it's like this guy did his homework. He backs everything up. Like there's not a, oh, I think this is what happened. If there ever is a time where he says something like that, it's like he'll say, this is everything I found, but there's probably a lot more that I didn't catch or I just don't have the time to on this video. Like like I said, it's super engaging to like just see how fucking blatantly obvious it is that they just plagiarized. So I like I said, I was engrossed. I really enjoyed it. Homie knows how to make a YouTube video.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
And like I said, it's in parts. Like if you go to the description, it literally says, and he even says, part 1, this. And so I would literally sometimes just be like, oh, this part's gonna end right here. I'll just stop there and then go on with my life. And then later, when I had time again, I'd be like, I'll just watch another part. So good videos though. I will watch the rest of his, and I'll link this one, even though I'm late to the fucking game. But I think that's it. I think we did it.
Woo!
Crazy on a fucking span where I didn't consume any media where you managed to record another fucking 4-hour podcast.
First of all, it hasn't been 4 hours. But yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.